How are y'all doing today? Sorry for the delay. I am watching, like literally watching the news. You already know today is Joe Biden's day. He's going to be inaugurated as the 46th president. Yeah, the 46th president. Okay. As of right now, we are watching. I'm literally watching right now. President Trump is going to be departing from the White House and Marine One. And so I'm kind of like watching it's going to be like a big send off. And this is pretty much an end of an era. All right. So that's pretty much what I'm watching today. And we're going to be getting to Tasha K interview with Jaguar Wright family. But let me say this before I get into that. You guys, this is what you do when you vote. You know, we have change in this country, but let's not forget that we still got a lot of work to do out there, people, especially to my African American people. We still have a lot of work to do. Okay, this is a new era. This ain't no time to get lazy. This ain't no time to go back home and go to sleep. Be like, oh my God, it's over. We can breathe now. No, we can't. We can't breathe now. We still got to work. All right, we still got to be putting that work in. We still got to make sure that the Biden Harris administration do what they said they was gonna do. All right. So he getting out of there. He will not be attending President. He will not be attending. President Trump will not be attending President-elect Biden Harris inauguration. He's going to Florida. So that's the stuff that's going on. But can y'all hear me real good? Okay, can y'all hear me? I slept really good because at first I was up all day today, and I went on and went to sleep. Okay, and that's what I had to do. Okay, now I've already departed. Okay, he's the Marine One is in the air. I'm just giving y'all an update for y'all that don't watch the news, and it's gonna be going to the was the Andrew base. I believe I'm saying that right. They're gonna have like a big send off for him. That's it. This is the end of an era. He didn't do right. Let me tell y'all this. I personally believe the reason why Trump did not win this election is because of his failure with the coronavirus. And what put a nail in his coffin in his presidency is the reason why he's going to be convicted in the Senate is when he allowed his supporters to storm the U.S. Capitol and had all of them Republicans, Democrats as well as Republicans, upset and had a problem, had them invade. That was the nail in the coffin for that. Okay. That was the nail of the coffin for his presidency when he did that. So now he probably won't even be able to run again if he's convicted in the Senate. All right, so let's go. Let's get into what y'all came here for. How y'all doing? Good morning. All right. So none other than Tasha K interviewed, Jaguar Wright's husband, the long-awaited interview. Me and my producers, we paid our $15 to get the exclusive viewing of the show. I told them, say, hey, I want to get the exclusive viewing of it. I want to see it before the public, before everybody else see it. And I said I was going to come live and talk about it. Well, in this live, in the live that she posted, let me first of all tell you, it opens up with an introduction of Jaguar Wright, part of her singing, open up with that. And it talked about, she interviewing her husband. Her husband said back in 1998, this would open up with Tasha K. Open up with said she was in a roof in 1998. That she was a backup singer. That she sang with Jay-Z. That she did a Coca-Cola video. Then she also talked about her 2002 album, which the 2002 album actually flopped. And then she went on to say, well, Jaguar Wright is getting noticed from Mary J. Blige for dissing all these different singers, whether it's Jill Scott. And then she said she just started going a rant once Malik B, passed away from the roots. Then she said in 2016, Jaguar Wright was arrested, and then her son was murdered in 2018. So she's giving us a good backstory, giving us a good backstory of Jaguar Wright, or Jacqueline, as her government name. This is where it got to the interview. He said, this is Jaguar Wright's husband, or ex-husband. He said she came into the store to purchase something for her ex, and that was in 1999. And because she told him, her ex-husband, she said, well, my ex cheated on me with another woman, and she caught them in the act. Then in the interview, Jaguar asked her ex-husband out on a date. and he agreed to go on a date with her. And they said they went out and to play pool. And out playing pool, Jaguar Wright beat him in pool. And then he said he went to go study pool and how to play pool. And he said he studied it real well and he learned how to play pool for himself. And then he learned that he is like when you play pool, you got a 7 as a pro, then you got a 2 when you're not really good. He started getting them 2s, but then he started practicing really well and he started getting a 7 as a pro. And then he said when Jaguar Wright tried to beat him again, he beat Jaguar Wright because he was like, I don't like to lose. So he really was studying the game of pool. And then they went on and played pool again. Then he beat Jaguar Wright. And and Tasha asked him, like, what was it? Why you went into Jaguar Wright? She said she was beautiful. She had a beautiful spirit. Now let's keep on. I'm like, okay, all right, I'm hearing this. Okay, Tasha, get your Oprah Winfrey on. Get your Oprah Winfrey on. Okay. Then he said he had a place out in South Philly. He said they known each other for 3 months, but Jaguar Wright asked him to move, that they should get a place together. He was like, we only known each other 3 months. Why should we get a place together? And according to her ex-husband, Tasha K's interview him, he said she got a terrible apartment. She brought carpet and towel, then she laid down the towel and carpet. But he said the apartment that she got for them to live in was terrible. He said that he was 23 and Jaguar was 22. And then he said this. He said, Jaguar asked me we should get married. And he said, well, if we get married, I want a big wedding and everything like that. He said, but she was like, no. So they pretty much, they eloped and they pretty much got married at City Hall. And he said, well, I want my father, unless if my father agreed, this is ex-husband. He said, if my father agreed, I would do it. And this is something that really stood out in this interview. He said, my mother didn't like Jaguar Wright. And Tasha K said, why do your mama didn't like him? He said, my mother saw something in Jaguar Wright that at the time I didn't see it. He would say his own mama saw something in Jaguar Wright that she did not like. And he said that he didn't find out what she really saw in her until like, he didn't really get the bump until like years later. And his mother was upset that they had went and got married. The mother was upset with that, right? She didn't like Jaguar. She saw something in it. And he said that he didn't realize that Jaguar Wright had issues until afterwards, until after they got married, months later. And then he said this, almost immediately, the first time Jaguar, were cussing at him. He said that Jaguar would start to go and he's cussing around and cussing him out. And he said he was trying to uncover why. Why was she doing this? He would say, I'm a good guy. My father helped me. I grew up in a 2-parent household. And he wanted to know why would she start cussing. But then he got to Jaguar Wright signed with the Roots. Did like a pre-production deal. And Jaguar went on an OK Player tour. And yeah, he said, Tasha asked him, were you comfortable that your wife is going on a tour with all these men? He said this, he said, I'm secure and she could go on the road with the Roots because I'm secure in the situation. And he said he pretty much trusts his wife. He said, I don't fear her at all. And she could do what she wants. Then he got to April. It got into the year, but he said something about April 17 or April 7, 2000. Everybody was on the tour bus. And they called him. So apparently they had called his phone, the Roots, because Jaguar was nowhere to be found. So they called him on the phone. So I'm like, hey, where's she at? We can't find her. Where is she at? So, and then they was calling him. He's like, don't worry about it. I mean, I don't know. So I'm worried. He didn't know where she was at all. But then she had called him and said, "Hey, I slept with Khalid. Y'all already know who Khalid is." He said, "Yes, I slept with Talib." I said, "Khalid, Talib. I slept with Talib." She called him and said they just slept with Talib. And he had asked, he said, "Jaguar, when did this start? Did it start immediately? Did this relationship start immediately when y'all screw?" So he just called her. I'm like, "God, Lee Jaguar was not one to play with." And she said, "Well, we was in a room and we smoked weed together when we went to sleep." And then that's when she finally admit that, say, "Hey, me and Talib actually slept together." So her husband, he said this to Tasha. He said, "Listen, I went on and I called my job and I told him, I said, hey, I need a vacation and I need to go." And they said, "Well, you can't take no vacation because we need you." They said, "Well, then I got to take a vacation or quit." And so he said, "Okay, go on and take your vacation." So according to her husband, he took a week off of work and to go to Chicago. He got a one-way flight to Chicago because the Roots was going to perform at the House of Blues and he wanted to go see his wife. So he took a one-way flight to Chicago to go link up with his wife and to confront Talib about him sleeping with his wife. Then the documentary they played a clip of Talib. And then they also played a clip of Jaguar Wright interview with Storm Monroe. Great production. And she was like, he came up to the place, I'm about, "Where's my wife? Where's Talib?" and all this. And then Jaguar was like, "Shut up, he ain't gonna do nothing. He a punk. I just got through hitting him. I just got through beating him up. I left home beating him up," or something like that. Jaguar was talking about all that mess. And then he went to her and he said, "Listen, let's do some couple therapy. Let's go to marriage counseling. Let's get some help." So his father, which is Jaguar Wright ex-husband father, said, "I know someone that can do marriage counseling that's a friend of the family." So that's where Jaguar Wright husband, that's why he went to get marriage counseling. But unfortunately, in the interview, he said that Jaguar did not go. He only went because she was gone traveling with the Roots. And in the interview, it says that he told the father, this was the marriage counselor said. This was quite strange when I heard this. Marriage counselor said, "Well, you need to understand that her father was in the military. Her father held Jaguar to a high standard and that he was abusive. He was abusive to Jaguar." Now, mind you, this family friend is literally letting the husband know a little background from Jaguar Wright's childhood. Mind you, he didn't know anything about her childhood. And then she would try, and this is another thing. Then Jaguar would try to hit him, and going back to his abuse, like Jaguar was very abusive. This is what the husband described. She would try to block the door for he won't leave. And then he was talking about if he buy expensive $2,000 shirt, expensive clothing, Jaguar Wright will pour red wine on the shirt. Um, and then Jaguar wanted to go. Jaguar Wright wanted him to stay at home or go somewhere with her. And he said, "No, I got to go play pool," because at that time he was playing pool professionally. He had a team and over there. He said, "I can't come." So he came back home. Somebody gave him a ride back home. He was in the bed asleep. According to the ex-husband, it was light, and the little shade to go around the light. Jaguar Wright came in the house, removed the little shade on the light bulb, put the light bulb up to his neck, and burned his neck while he was asleep. And then she had told him that, "Hey, I was intimate with somebody else." She literally burned the man in his neck and told him that, "I went on and screwed somebody else." Burned him in the neck. This is why abusive things goes on with women too. People forget that women can be abusive too. And burned him in the neck and told him that I on and screwed another man. All right. And that was going on. And he was like, and that was just he said a year into the marriage. And Tasha asked him, "Did you question the paternity of your son?" He was like, no, I didn't, because when he got older, he looked just like me. I didn't check. I did not, test the paternity of my son at all. Then he was saying that uh, with the son. Okay, now we get to the son. She interviewed the son. Now, mind you, she have a son, and this is the part that we want to get to, the son, because there was so much stuff said about the son. About the son, there was a lot of stuff said about the son. So now we about to get into that. Now, she interviewed Jaguar Wright's son. Son came on. He's 18 years old. She asked him, "How you doing?" And she played the clips talking about him being artistic. He said, "No, I was not artistic." 2014, she alleged that her son was ard. I'm not gonna say the word. Y'all already know. He said her son was assaulted, and saying that the man stuck his peen in the son through the clothes inside her son. This is what Jaguar Wright was alleging, that the boy stuck his erupt peen inside her son butt. So Tasha K asked son, did that happen? Did you get ard? Did you get it? And it was like, no, that did not happen. That's a lie. Well, are you artistic? Do you have autism? Do you have autism? Do you have autism? She had, no, I don't have no autism. No, not at all. Very intelligent young man. Very intelligent young man. The young man said, hey, I want to get into gaming. I want to design my own game. Very intelligent, live on his own, pay rent, he drive. Then she asked him, how are you with your mother's mother? He said, I'm great with her. I was just over my grandmother's house. This is Jaguar Wright's mother. I was just over my grandmother's house. She was like, well, she said that the mama got schizophrenia. He said, I didn't see nothing like that. I was just over there for Thanksgiving. Everything is good. And the son is telling us very calm, and he said something that made me tear up a little bit. I did. I kind of teared up. He said that his mom is not the same mom that he knew. Like, she a totally different person. That she's not the mother that he knew in his early years. This woman now, he don't even recognize. And then it went on that then the husband went back to the husband and said that she moved the child, one of the kids, with a stranger. The stranger called some man she was there with. Then he had to get a private investigator. They were somewhere in Louisiana. Then he went on to the courts and he got like primary custody over the child. He said he wished that, the son that passed away, he said he wished that he would have got, he said he wished that he would have got custody or adopted him, and he probably would not have been in that situation in the streets and all that. But this is what I want to tell y'all. When she interviewed the son denied those allegations. And I teared up because the reason why I teared up is because you're putting your son's business out there and you're putting out false information. The school that the young man went to, the principal got a letter to even deny those allegations that this man was ard. Y'all know what ard is, when you are the R word. She said it. She said with an erupt, peen, and pretty much put all that, and it wasn't like that. The father described what happened. One of the young men in the line put the boy in a headlock to get in front of the line during lunch. It was not anything aggressive like somebody getting ard. The young man did lose. He did get expelled from school for other things, for fighting and other things, but it wasn't the way how Jaguar Wright described. Jaguar Wright Jaguar Wright pretty much lied. And in this particular documentary in part one, I did cry at the end. I said, you better come on, Tasha K. This is how you go to get your Abby, Abby, because I was tearing up. It took me on an emotional ride. And what I learned from this, ladies and gentlemen, I really, really learned that women can be abusive. And this is just to show you what that man went through. He went through a domestic violence relationship. And the words will be voiced that this woman, what he's describing, is a very abusive woman. So I'm curious, very abusive. So I'm looking like you do all of this stuff, all this stuff that he said. And I really believe that Jaguar is abusive, just where her ex is describing, and then how negative she describing different things. And then I can't wait to hear from the family, because the reason why I say this documentary is so important, because you get to understand Jaguar Wright, because people were criticizing the son. I mean, people was criticizing him. Why would they was criticizing Tasha? Why would Tasha K interview the son? Why would she go interview the son? If you're saying this man got autism, you saying that this man was ARD with a peen inside of his butthole, she have a right to ask this adult, because he's 18, questions. She had every single right to ask that young man question. And she opened up the interview and said that, did somebody coerce you to do the interview? The young man said no. Did somebody pay you to do the interview? He said no. He said, I am here on my free will to say what I have to say. He didn't cuss out his mama. He did not cuss at Tasha K. He literally gave his side of the story. And I believe that son. It's actually a video, because she played like clips, like different audio parts of it. But it's a video where the son is at his grandmother's house and Jaguar pulls up there and just start a whole scene. It was crazy. Part 2 is going to be the interview with the family. And that's what I'm looking forward to. I want to hear from the family, her cousins, and all of that, because they know, family know. And the little part of it, one of the cousins say, I knew that she was a liar. So she gonna be interviewing the fam. She gonna be releasing that next too. And she ain't gotta add nothing to the interview. Actually, the interview is off the chain. It's a beautiful documentary. It was worth the $15. People was like, why Tasha K? I'm just listening to people. You know me, I'm giving y'all what the word on the street is. Why Tasha K putting that on Patreon $15? I ain't paying no $15 for no interview. I'm like, well, don't pay, don't watch it then. Don't watch it. Give me a second while I get the phone lines if anybody want to call in. Give me a second. Give me a second while I put the phone lines up.
Your show now, press 1 to hear important instructions.
Your show is scheduled to start in 18 seconds.
Give me a second. I'm before I can boot up these phone lines. Why she charging $15?
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Why she charging $15 and all that? I ain't paying that. Well, don't pay it. It was really worth the money. It was worth every single dime, because I was thoroughly entertained. And what I gather from that documentary is that women can be abusive too. Everybody come at the man being abusive, but we rarely shine light on women being abusive. We rarely shine light on a woman that's abusing a man. That don't get the same publicity as when a man abusing a woman. But when I saw that, that's clear case of domestic abuse, of what her husband went through. I said the husband have a right to speak. You putting his name out. This woman have put out so many allegations. They have a right to speak. I don't have a problem with them coming out speaking. I think it's great. All right, we're going to go to the phone lines. Good morning, everybody. What do y'all think about my review of the documentary? This is part 1. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Yes. Good morning, Wally. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing good.
Okay. I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are there anything that's, if you're mad or have anything against Jaguar Wright because of Tasha K? Or
I have nothing against.
Are you coming at her because of Tasha K?
Can I say this? Let me respond to you. I'm not coming at her. I'm literally giving you a review of a documentary. Do you watch documentaries? Do you watch the Surviving R. Kelly stuff? That don't mean just because I do a review on that don't mean I'm coming at someone. I watched the documentary. I paid my $15 and I gave a review. Period. I don't have nothing against her, but what I will tell you is that documentary should definitely get a Grammy or Emmy, because I was highly well informed, and it also opened my eyes up that women can be abusive too. Anything else you want to say, sister? Hello? Hello? Are you there? Sister? Are you there? All right, call back in. Your phone dropped. Call back in. She was ready for a battle. Okay, I thought it was good. Hello, come on, call in. You know I'm not gonna run from that. I got up early in the morning. Watch that. I got up early in the morning. And I was up at the wee hours of the night watching that documentary. That to me, I personally believe. Let me leave Raz B a voice note. This just dropped in my spirit. Let me leave Raz B a voice note, because while he waiting on somebody to do a documentary, let Keep B Studios do it. Let me leave Raz B. Let me leave him a voice note. Can I leave him a voice note? Is that all right with y'all? Can I leave him a voice note? Good morning, Mr. Rasby. This is Wiley from the Wiley Show. Listen, if you want to get this documentary out, why don't you contact Tasha K? Because she have her own studios and she got the cameras, producers, and I think it would be great while you rushing, trying to shop it to these other places. They might not touch it, but you should bring this to Tasha K because she bring awareness to things of what you're going through. So I personally believe you should reach out to Unwind with Tasha K and have her executive produce your documentary. All right, brother, you have a good day. I hope all is well. You always in my prayers. I pray for you almost every day, and I'm definitely going to pray for you tonight. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, brother. Peace. All right, I left him a voice note. She could just went out. She could let Tasha K do the documentary. Ain't that all right? Do y'all agree with that? Do that documentary. Charge people. Put it on Patreon. Charge it for $15, $20. Because do you know how many people I think watch the documentary? I'm just going to give an estimate. My estimate is, give me a second because we have ran over a couple of numbers. They said 1,000 people saw the documentary early. And that's $15. That is literally $15,000 that she made. 1,000 people I heard signed up to watch it. And that's about $15,000 that she made. All right? And then if it's 626 people watched it, that's about $9,390. Now, if you all did not watch, if you all ain't coming in the beginning, we talking about the documentary that she interviewed Jaguar Wright's husband, son, and also Tasha K got some of her cousins and family members on there. So if y'all missed it, y'all got to go back and rewind the live, okay? We got the phone lines open up, so we're going to allow y'all to call in. Good morning, Anonymous. You live on air?
Yes. Wally?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes. Somehow we got disconnected. I had just called in and I was asking you a question about Jaguar Wright and Tasha K. I was asking you. You went to answer the question. We were talking because I had other things I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay. Well, like I said, it was a great documentary. But my question would be, sister, did you watch it?
Little parts of it.
Okay, little parts.
But my question was that you said that Tasha K, that you're not going against Jaguar Wright because of Tasha K. Okay, I understand that. Now another thing, do y'all actually have true facts on everything that you're saying on your show right now?
Well, again, I'm only repeating on what her ex-husband said and what her son said. Her son, who is 18 years old, and what her ex-husband said. This ain't just what Wiley is talking about. That is what they said. So you would have to take your grievances to the son and to her ex-husband.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, I wouldn't be too quick to speak about stuff. It seems like that, I don't know. It just seems like you grooming Tasha K too quick.
Excuse me, me and Tasha, we don't even talk like that, sister. But what I'm saying is, I'm watching the documentary. I was entertained. You said you only watched bits and pieces of it, meaning that you didn't even watch the full product. Maybe if you watch the full product, you'll have a better understanding of what I'm saying.
Okay, and then another thing too. But her son. You say he's 18 years old. Okay, now not that age has anything to do with it. Some people feel embarrassed by what can happen to them in their life. What if Jaguar Wright is really telling the truth about a lot of the stuff that she's saying? Because Tasha K report a lot of fake news as well.
Well, again, this ain't just coming from no Tasha K. She actually interviewed the source, which is the Sun. The Sun said, no, she lied. I do not have autism. I was not art in school. I mean, you have to give her credit for her reporting skills. That's plain old journalist integrity that Jaguar that Tasha displayed when she interviewed the ex-husband. So you have to give Tasha K credit. This ain't just Tasha K sipping wine saying it on her own. No, she actually went and traveled to speak to the Sun and speak to the ex-husband. She didn't just say out of her mouth.
I understand that.
She didn't just go out and just say these things on the camera. It's just her and she ain't interview nobody. She actually interviewed two people that know Jaguar Wright.
But at the same time, only thing I'm saying is this here, Wiley, and then I'm gonna let you go. I'm not gonna hold you up. At the same time, though, some people feel embarrassment upon themselves. It's two sides to every story. But a lot of times people feel embarrassment upon themselves to come out with the truth. If someone says something about them or something happened to them, because I don't think that Jaguar Wright will be that low down. And I'm just saying, I don't feel like, if you might have parents that's out here that's on drugs and doing whatever, and their brain is fried in that way where they allow their kids. But I don't see Jaguar Wright being like that. I just don't see her being that type of person. Only thing I want the last thing I wanted to say, Wally, just don't get caught up with failure or fucking with Tasha K. That's all I wanted to say.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you, sister. You watching the Wiley Show and Tasha K. Don't be getting upset early in the morning. Come on this show using that foul language. We coming over here. You can't. This ain't no time to be trying to discredit Tasha K. Now with that foul language, Tasha K actually did a good job. And it wasn't just Tasha K talking, baby. She went to the Sun and she went to the ex-husband. Don't come with me with that foul language. She actually went to those people, so you can say whatever you want to say. Oh, you shouldn't be. I should be talking to Tasha K. Look at that high production. I'm on the right side of history. Let's go to the phone lines right now. I'm literally on the right side of history right now. And I'm not even triggered. All right, let's go to the phone lines. 2217, good morning. Live on the air.
Hey, Wiley, how are you doing?
Good morning. I'm well, drinking my coffee and enjoying the day.
I know I'm drinking my coffee. I'm just listening to you laughing, getting ready for work. I just called in.
Yes.
Just listening to your review. I did pause it. I'm in the middle of it, but I'm pausing because she's going to be taking it down, the first part down around like 10 a.m. this morning. I mean,
yes,
I don't know if it's Eastern or Standard. I forgot. I got to go look, but I got to go finish it. But you're right. I think I love how you're reviewing it. And the part that I'm not confused, but the last we just called, this is what you do. If the Sun said he was not R-word, how are you going to try to make him be R-word? Stop trying to make the man wear that jacket. He said he wasn't. I'm confused. Like, why are you trying to make him do something that he said did not happen? He said it was a lie. Ma'am, the actual person who was brought against is saying, no, that was not true.
Come on.
And so I think, as you stated, he's 18 years old, and he has the right to defend himself because his name was brought in by Jag. No one brought his name in until she actually started talking about her own son. So he has the right to defend his name, to clear his name. She didn't call this man autistic. Didn't say he got all words. She didn't call her ex-husband abusive, and then turns around, she's the one that was actually doing the abusing. So it's just like these people have the right to respond when their name was brought and drugged through the mud. So that's all that's my opinion. And the lady said that she didn't think that Jack was low down. She's been lying for months on all these people in the news.
Right, and they have
like she just said.
And if somebody lied on you, they have a right to respond. If they still breathing, then you have a right to ask them.
Right.
But did it happen to you?
Right.
So I don't know.
I would want to hear it. I would want to hear it from the source. I wouldn't want to hear it from a third party or nothing like that. And then you go to the source. Let me ask the source these questions. If the source says that it didn't happen, then I can't make it something that it's not. And I just find it funny that she was like so hell bent, and we didn't get into the meat until she kept bringing up Tasha's name. I was like, now we're getting to a point. She just doesn't like Tasha. So instead of removing the blinders off to really hear what these people are saying, her biasness was just put up. So these people have a right to defend
and she's triggered because I like Tasha K, and this woman can be a big blessing to my career because she's done a great job. I've been on the phone with her husband. She have a beautiful family, and what she does, you have to give her credit for this particular project alone. She did a great job. That is an incredible project.
Right.
You when you watch the documentary, I watched the entire documentary and I was entertained. But were you shocked to see how abusive that Jaguar Wright, according to her husband, how abusive she was? How low down she was?
But while you have to remember, a lot of times when it comes to male abuse, no one takes it serious.
Right, that's true.
Because society has made it like, you know how people like, girl, I hit him in his face. You know, they think it's funny. They think it's a part of not viewed as demeaning as a man being on a woman. When in actuality, it's like abuse is abuse is abuse. Like no one should be in any type of domestic violence, like man, woman, nobody. And so my problem is we should never accept it from either party, man nor woman. And what's happening is there's been
you so right about that, because most men don't report that, hey, their wife or their girl is abusing them. But what he was describing, it was domestic violence. Because if he would have done that to her, it would have been outrage. You know what I'm saying? You're taking the light off the shade and putting it up to his neck, and then cheating on him and admitting that you're cheating on. I think that what he was describing, that she wanted to provoke him to abuse her. She wanted him to do that, and he didn't do it, because you could tell that the man was raised right, 2-parent household. He was raised with integrity not to abuse women. But unfortunately, Jaguar, and it's a thing, you have to be careful. And they rush in marriage too, because they only known each other for a couple of months. You got to be careful rushing into relationships with people.
But if you notice, that's her pattern though, because she's the same man she's married to now. So I don't think, to be honest, I don't think Jag was just used to a man being an actual man. She was used to basically dominating these men, and then when she actually found someone who just was not into that, she started abusing him. So it's just like it's like she wasn't used to a man leading, and he was trying to lead the household. And Jag seems to be a very dominant figure, and so when you have two people like that, and then it was just sad all around, and that's, I just had to call in because I just felt like that last caller was just trying to make
and people keep saying, "Hey, Wiley, you're biased. You can't be biased." And people keep saying I'm biased. You don't. Most of y'all saying that didn't watch the documentary. You got to wait till it come out for free because you didn't pay the $15. But if you watch the documentary, you will start to question Jaguar Wright. Because literally the son was,
I would say like it was a movie. I mean, you go to the movie, it's $15-$20. You pay for what you want to see.
Right. And what I'm saying is, for people that's criticizing it, right, they didn't pay the money. So now they criticizing me and saying, oh, you're biased. But you cannot say somebody have autism if they have not been diagnosed by a professional. You can't put that on them.
Right.
So he was not diagnosed. Right. The son denied it. The son lived on his own. He cooked for himself. He's highly intelligent, and he get good grades. He's a great kid. So for her to put, even if he did have all those things done to him, why would you even try to put that out there publicly? What is that going to gain for you putting the information about your son? If all that stuff was true about him, why would you even want to put that as a mother? But that's when I know that it's something wrong with her, and we're gonna see in part 2 from the family, because she went to the family.
Part 2 in the family speak. And lastly, because I want to let somebody else speak, I think you definitely have to look. My grandma always says, look at the source from which it's coming from, and if they continue to lie. So when Jag was lying, talking about Summer, if you remember, she alleged that Summer Walker was touched. Then she had to walk that back. Then she said something about James Wright and being a P-word. had to walk that back. Then she was talking about Tevin Campbell, about him being the R word with or going around sleeping with other stuff. Then she had to walk that back.
Yes, she
so
did.
To me, when people keep on throwing out false then she had that comment thing where she's talking about, or was it to leave Khalil, where she's talking about they put his seed in her mouth or something like that. Then she had to walk that back. So it was just like she's been putting out months and months of stuff where she's just been lying every month. And then she went and said something about her son, then her ex-husband. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say that I'm gonna believe the source that has not been this inconsistent, which is her son and her husband. So, but good job, Wiley. I can go back to
all right, thank you. And this is the reason why people have to find out things for yourself. And when you have these conversations, when it comes to that, I watched the documentary, and let me tell you this, people, it was worth every dollar. It was worth every dollar. When I went and I viewed it and I viewed that, I said it's worth that $15 because I was entertained. The quality was on point. Tasha K was looking beautiful. It was a beautiful interview, wherever it is. How many of y'all watched the interview? How many of y'all paid to go watch it? Any producers in here that went to go pay to go watch it? How many of y'all went to go watch it? Because I did. I went right over there and went to go view that. I went and I saw it all and I was entertained. And I said, Jaguar, you stop all that lying. Stop lying on your family like that. Tell them somewhere. Stop lying on your family like that and go somewhere and sit down. You lied on your son. You lied on your husband. Then you go talk about, then you just pretty, but I just like, and the guy's a good guy, but he just married someone that is nutty and abusive. He married a woman that couldn't appreciate a good man because she's broken. She had a messed up childhood and it messed up her, and her mind is messed up. And she wasn't ready to be in no marriage because she cheated on the man. So when it gets to this situation, and let me tell y'all this, when I watched it, I did cry. And I cried for Jaguar. And I said, I just hope that, she gets the help that she needs. Give me a second. Make sure y'all like the video. Come on in the room and like the video. Make sure y'all click on that like button and like the video. And then the husband, he did come out and he said, hey, our son, he wanted to speak. No one forced him. It was a beautiful interview. All right, let me, I think we got somebody else in queue that's going to call in. Give me a second. If you want to call in, the number is 646-716-8447. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Yes, I'm calling in to come back at the lady that just called in and said something about me. Only thing I was saying, Wally, was that some people feel embarrassment. There's some people that want their business out there like that. If someone in your family says something about you, and rape is something very deep, that's all I was saying. Nobody is trying to make him be raped or put him out there like that. So I don't know what the hell she's talking about.
But if
you need to quit.
Okay, go ahead. Until you be respectful, I'll let you come on. But you're not gonna come on this show cussing. And I gave you a chance to the chance. We allow you to come on, sister, but you show me the same respect. If I'm not coming out here cussing, show me the same respect, okay? Now I'll let you come back on and give you a third try. Come on, being respectful. Gather your thoughts. If you cannot come on this platform and respect me, then write it down without no cuss words. You're not gonna get up on here this early in the morning trying to cuss me out this early in the morning. You come on Station Head, download Station Head, and we can go back and forth. We can discuss each other out on Station Head. Drop her a link for Station Head, moderators, if y'all got the Station Head link. But you ain't gonna call her here cussing. I say I don't allow no cuss on the platform. If you do want to cuss, you come and meet me on Station Head, and we can cuss all night long. Okay? If you want to cuss, we can just drag each other on Station Head, and I guarantee you I'm gonna win. Because I can act ignorant too. All right, let's go to these two callers. All right, I just had to just go. We can just come on stage and drop our link on for Station Head. Let's just see. If you want to act ignorant, we can go on Station Head and talk about it. 9338, call you on the air.
Hello.
Hello.
So
Good
is the
morning.
lady before me, and so she's mad because the young man said that he wasn't?
Was it? That's what she keep on
Mala-
trying. He said he wasn't. It came out. He said he wasn't.
So, okay. I just wanted to clarify because I was confused. I'm like, she's angry?
I think she's angry because she don't like Tasha. And see, I don't have to like somebody, but if you do something good, I'll give you kudos for the good that you done. That goes to anybody. But she don't like her
Exactly.
so much, but she watched her. She just didn't watch because she ain't had the $15 to go on Patreon. You know, she could go over there and because
That's
she ain't had the
probably why she
coins.
mad, because she didn't have the
She didn't have the
the
15. She
$15.
didn't
It's
have
okay.
the $15. So that's why she triggered. She mad because she could go over there. You all that cussing, and you come over here. We could have raised you $15, but you kind of cussed me out here. You just gotta wait to come out for free. Don't get
Right.
mad. You got a $15 to view it like the rest of us. She angry because she had a $15.
Well, you have a good day. I
All
just
right.
had to clarify that was the reason she was angry. I was confused.
All right, you have a good one. Thank you so much for calling in.
You too.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna go to the next caller. 6439, caller, you on the air.
Hello, Wiley.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Was Jaguar ever pregnant when she went on this last rant and she was on her IG or whatever? She was in the ambulance. Was she ever pregnant?
I don't know, but she said she was, and I can't say she
Yeah,
was. I don't know. I remember that she was in the back of the ambulance. Someone she pregnant. Y'all are not gonna make. She's put that up. I don't know if she is. That's what she said. I won't be shocked if she is, but I don't know. I didn't see any evidence to say that she is or if she. I don't know. I can't say, but she did say she was. I don't know. I don't know what. I'm not. I'm not inside her to know if she is pregnant or not. I don't know. And she says she is, so we have to just take her word for it if she is, but I can't say that she not and that she is. I don't know. That's all I give you. I don't know.
Okay, I don't know. And
you can ask her. Hello.
Unfortunately, bloggers, they always want to talk about Tasha K and just everything. And the funny thing is, not one single blogger talked about if she was pregnant or not. And I was just always wondering if she was
conversation about
pregnant.
it when it first came out because she was in the back of the ambulance, and I remember we covered that on this show.
Well, you talked about how she was in the back of an ambulance, just going off and all that, but no one ever said.
We don't know. How can we make that comment unless we see her medical records? We don't know. We not her husband. We won't know nothing like that unless we there with her and we saw the pregnancy test and all this. We can't say that she is. We can't say she's not. So I just tell you, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's my only question. If y'all knew because she's never mentioned it either, as to, of course, her friends would know, Nosy told them, or she's never mentioned it being talking to them or any other interview or whatever.
But what do you think, ma'am? Do you think that she's pregnant?
Well, she never showed not one single bit, and she smokes like a chimney, and you can't come on now, like you're gonna blame that on one person, dude, and you smoke like who knows how many packs in an hour. Every single word, every 10 words you talk, you're lighting up another cigarette. Come on now. You can't even finish one cigarette without lighting another one. Come on now.
Wow. Okay. Well, we thank you so much for calling in, sister. You said she like a chimney. Are you going to watch the documentary? Did you pay your $15 to see the documentary on Patreon?
Well, unfortunately, I didn't buy the first one. So I've heard from like you and someone else. It's so funny the way you're describing. I swear, Wiley, you were like the funniest ever.
I had to go see it.
You're like, and listen to this and get this here. Like, okay, well, I'll go ahead and do it. And of course, Tasha does nothing half-ass, so it's
no, she doesn't.
Okay.
She doesn't. All right. We thank you so very much for calling in today.
Okay, well, you have a great morning, a great afternoon, and a great night. So.
All right, so much. Okay, let's go in there. Shout out to Tasha K. It's great. Like I said, a great interview. I said this, Tasha. I said, hey, you should produce. Kiwi Studios should produce Raz B documentary. That she should definitely, because this great quality. 0622 calling on air.
Yes, Wiley. First of all, good morning. You up early at it?
Hey, I'm up early at it.
You are. You can call us through, okay? So I'm really quick gonna say something as a Black woman, right? You have to give credit where credit is due.
Yes.
Because Tasha K is not on the same level that she was on last year. She's not on the same level that she was years ago. She has literally leveled up, right? And which is what she's supposed to do. So as a Black woman, right, she's growing and she's going places. And I think that's what I need to see as a Black woman, and give credit where credit is due, and just congratulate Kiwi Studios. We could say so much about, oh, this isn't right. Well, they said the person who did R. Kelly's documentary didn't do something right as well. They didn't give back to the people. They didn't try to get them help. Well, you know what? Her job is to just put it out there and entertain us. I think we're forgetting what her job is. This is entertainment, right? So I do have a question for you, because I know it's about to get messy, because this is just the first part, right?
Yes.
But because, Jag goes on one platform and she does these long lives, right, to convince and project her anger to Tasha. I think this is interesting. So to you and to everybody in the chat, what do you think is about to happen? Now, will Jag sue?
I don't know. Sue for what? She will have, if she do sue, who you suing? Your son? Your ex-husband? Because them the ones that denied those allegations and said, no, she's lying. That didn't happen. So if she try to sue, who she gonna sue? The son and her ex-husband, because she put these lies and put this stuff out. It's only right to hear their side, correct? And everybody heard, Jaguar Wright side, but no blogger got the information like Tasha got it. She went to the ex-husband. Ex-husband agreed to do the interview, as well as the son agreed to do the interview. So if she sue her for what? Because they should be suing her for the lies that she putting out, saying that this person got autism, or this person was this, he was art in school, and all that kind of, if you want to sue, they should be suing her. But I don't think she would sue, though.
And I think it's only fair, right? I think it's only fair that this was done by Tasha K, because she went on other platforms and she was able to say everybody else's story and say what she allegedly experienced. Well, now somebody is saying what they actually experienced, So let's
right, and that's the ex-husband and that's the son. And because Jaguar Wright, she goes on these other platforms and they don't question her. They're excited that she's on their show, and she just be on there ranting. They don't question her, just put on her. And the reason why I don't really get that much clout that Tasha K will come out as a winner, because the storytelling is on point. They're not on there ranting. They're not on there for 3 to 4, 6, 7, 8 hours. It's hard to get to somebody's story in an 8-hour video. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? And most of these YouTubers that she went on, they ran out of the juice with this. So now let's just see how they're gonna do this. But Jaguar she's gonna have to go on the platform, or she come over here. We ask her the questions. But if you just let us sit on there and rant, it's just like you lose interest. Because with that documentary, Tasha did it. The whole production team, that's A1. I think this is the beginning of an era for Tasha K for Kiwi Studios, because it was a great It was great. I don't have no critiques on it at all. I was thoroughly entertained.
I 100% agree. And as another black woman to another black woman, that's what 2021 is about, leveling up.
Leveling it up. Well, we thank you so much and good morning for calling in.
Good morning. Have a great day, Wiley.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye. Okay,
Bye.
let's see who else is in here. 1821, Carly on air. All right.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey, good morning.
How you doing?
Doing well.
I was watching this. I was up early. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you okay. Go ahead, sister.
Man, I was just watching this. It's so crazy. Jaguar actually got what she deserved now. I told her, because I do my own little blog thing, Pillow Chronicles with Blueberry. But I was just on it the other day, and I was letting them know, like, Tasha and Tasha, they get up early for this. Jaguar just trying to join his little blog and stuff and report news. She ain't on their level. I keep on telling she keep messing with Tasha. Tasha's a different breed right now. She is not playing. She is not playing.
I think that she's letting people know that I can sit at home and talk mess, and I can also travel and give you a great, well-produced show. I think she's really, and the industry is interested in this documentary, especially Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, Talib, so many people that she dissed, Mary J. Blige, all of them going to be watching it, you know, because this woman sat there and just dissed the entire industry. Is because she messed up. It was, her album flopped. Jaguar messed up on herself because she put all this energy talking about her family, and she didn't put half of the energy getting her music together. You know what I'm saying? It's like she's more famous, even in the documentary, and Tasha K pointed that out, that Jaguar is more famous for her rants other than her career as an artist, as a singer. She did not get all these people that know Jaguar right now. They don't know her from the roots. They don't know her from the music. They know her for her rants. They know her for
exactly. I didn't even know who she was.
See there?
I didn't know she's singing that, and I had to go look her up.
See,
I was like, who this man with this fade talking about people? It was crazy. But now she done met her match. Now she ain't think Tasha was gonna do that. She ain't think
the family.
She didn't think that she was gonna do that.
They went to the family. She went to the ex-husband. She went to her son, and they got to talking in part one. I'm here for part one. I am really here for it. I'm definitely here for it for part two. And like, if anybody want to go and view it, make sure y'all go to patreon.com/Tasha K. You can definitely go and view that for it. It's only $15, and you got everyone, because that's how much the movie's charging for a movie. They charging people $15, $16, $17, because people ain't going to the movies like that. So now if you want to rent any movies now, it costs like $15, $16. But for that, Tasha, you're getting all access to like text messages, emails, or whatever content she have on there is, it's worth the $15. I will tell you that.
It is. It definitely is. It is worth it. Mine's well with COVID, but I don't feel sorry for Jaguar, none of that. When I initially heard about it, I thought I wouldn't have talked to the son. Like, maybe she was pressing it, but now I get it. Because Jaguar be out there giving whole names. So you can't be mad at nobody but yourself. Because you the one giving out last name, middle names, they social security and everything. And then mad when somebody reach up to them. Because you can't talk all this junk and be on here talking all this junk and think ain't nobody gonna step to you. And Tasha done stepped on her head, her neck, and everything.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Playing.
And I'm here. I am actually here for it. I get criticized every day on Tasha K. You taking over. I said this is good. You may not like it, but I
she got what coming from her.
I viewed it. It's good to me. Okay.
Yes, I was in here. Yes, Tasha, and everything. I was in here waking my babies up early this morning. Like, yes, Tasha. She was not playing. She had her little suit and everything going. Her hair was all brushed. She wore the wig cap the night before and everything. She was ready for that interview.
I heard that. Well, we thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you, though.
No, thank you.
But just one last thing. I just want to see this is about to get turned up, and I just want front row seats. Jaguar about to go crazy. She about to go crazy. Because I don't think she thinks that Tasha was going to really put it out. But boy, when Jaguar see this, she gonna pay a little $50. She gonna beat up her husband for it.
Okay.
she gonna watch that joint. She gonna pay to watch it.
Okay. Well, we thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you. Bye, Wiley.
Bye, sister. All right. Tasha K said that 75K comment was for per. Someone made a comment about me being sued for more than like 75. Okay. Who is this? 916 calling on air. 9116, you live on the Wiley Show. Hello, good morning.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you now. Go ahead, sister.
Okay. Good morning, Wiley. Okay. I hate to keep going back to the previous caller, but this goes for everyone with the same mentality. I'm sick and tired of hearing people say, oh, there's two sides to the story. That was the other side.
Right.
There is two sides to the story. That is the other side. But here's the thing. I'm also a mental health nurse. I'm not trying to diagnose this lady at all. And I am not going to, diagnose her situation is what I'm going to call it.
Okay.
But how many people have to come out after she has these stories and we're entertained by Miss Jaguar, by Sister Jaguar? We're entertained by her. But how many people got to come back and say, that's not the truth. That didn't happen like that. Hello, excuse me. Yes, I was there. That didn't happen that way. Now, here's the thing about people with mental illness. Depending on, what it is she suffers with, she can be so enthralled in the attention that she's received from the very beginning of all this that she exaggerates it now. And the reason why I'm touching this situation with tender hands is because she might not even realize it at this point that I'm not excusing her. She might not even realize at this point that what she's saying are lies and they're hurtful.
I think she believed that. Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I'm not saying that she does or she doesn't. I have a sister who suffers from a history of drug abuse, and from her drug abuse, her years of drug abuse, she has rewritten her entire childhood. I've had strangers to come to me and say, "Oh my goodness, I didn't realize that y'all went through so much when y'all were growing up." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" In my sister's head, she was put in the closet as a child and not given scraps and whatever the dog didn't eat and this. And these people telling me this, and I'm like, hold on, y'all talking about my house? And I've confronted my sister about this, and she's like, well, these things happen. You remember what's, and I'm like, girl, no, they didn't. And I'm not saying that this is exactly where Jaguar is. I'm not trying to say, clearly there's some mental issues here. I don't know how far in her break or in whatever diagnosis she's in. Now, we watch it because we love Jaguar. We say, oh, she went through all this. We feel so sorry for her. We want our hearts break for her. We're so empathetic to her. But that doesn't mean what she's saying is the truth.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're so right about it.
And this lady kept on saying, well, they got two sides. They got ma'am, that is the other side.
And Tasha K just put this, and I put it on the screen. She says 3 sides, but the third side is the viewer. What does your intuition tells you? And what it tells me that Jaguar lied, that she was not telling the truth. She over-exaggerated.
Everybody comes back and says,
yes,
this lady, yeah, I was there at this particular party. It didn't happen like that. Oh, yeah, I remember it didn't happen that way. And look, I'm not no Tasha. As a matter of fact, I subscribe to Tasha K and all that, and I'm definitely not about to give $15 because I just don't subscribe to stuff like that. Now, that's just me personally. Now, don't get me wrong. I watched the trailer. Wonderful production. Now, I got to give kudos. I'm gonna give you your flowers while you're here, baby. Beautiful, beautiful job. As far as what I could see with production, it was very professional. Like I was about to watch something on Netflix. And I have to give that to that Black woman and her husband and the work that they do, their family. It was beautiful. I'm not going to pay to see it. I pay for ad-free YouTube. I'll wait till she throw it on YouTube because she's getting
Because with me,
monetized.
the
I feel
reason
like
why
I'm
I paid
contributing
for
to
it
her
is
that
because
way.
I wanted to see this. I was having dreams about this documentary.
Oh no, you have to do it.
I
You
really
have to.
wanted to
No,
see
you're
the
doing your
product
job,
because I
sir.
knew it was. It
Sir, that
touched
is your
me.
job.
It did touch
Sir,
me
that is,
in the spirit because I really wanted to hear from
and
her
that's your
son.
job to do that, Wiley.
Yes. No,
And
I
that's
was
your
talking
job
about like
to
I
do
really
that.
wanted to hear
I'm a
from the
nurse. I
son.
ain't got to do that.
Right. I had to hear
Right.
from the son.
I'm going to watch it. Please,
Yeah, I know
I'm
it.
gonna watch it.
Yes.
But I support Tasha K with my dollars through me paying for the ad-free YouTube and stuff like that.
Yes.
She's monetized, so that's how I support it that way. I'm not about to give Tasha K another $15, and I know she lies. Everything so says exclusive and this and this and that. Like I said, I'm not
But
going.
this is
I'm not.
exclusive.
I don't have a pom
Now
pom.
that's an
pom pom for
exclusive.
Tasha K.
That
But this
documentary
right here.
that's an exclusive.
But this right here, this was an exclusive. And people just need to take all those bias hats off.
Yes.
Give people credit where they deserve it. I don't think Tasha K, I haven't even seen it, but I don't think it's coming from the vein of bashing. I think that these are adults who say, you know what, this lady done put my name in their mouth and painted a particular picture of me for way too long. And now I want somebody with a large platform to hear me.
Yes.
And now Tasha K, I'm not going to say Tasha K don't have nothing against Jaguar. Now, she might have been, the angle of it, but I don't blame these people on the other end who say, look, I got a story to tell. She talking about me. That's my name in this woman's mouth.
I heard that. Well, we thank you so very much for calling in today.
All right. Y'all have a great day.
All right.
Happy Inauguration Day.
Yes. Okay. We got a next caller on there. 8375, Carly on the air. Good morning. 8375.
Good morning, Wiley.
Good morning.
How are you?
All right.
I'm just waking up. I swear I'm waking up, and first thing I see was you live. So, good morning. But I wanted to speak on the Tasha K interview with Jaguar. I haven't watched it. If she bring it to YouTube, I might watch it. Like the last caller, I work 8 to 10 hours a day, so my money can go towards more important things than to see what Tasha K and Jaguar and her husband. But what I want to say was my ex took my head and bashed it into the wall. I was pregnant with my last son. I was living in the projects at that time, years ago. My son is now 27. If you sit him down today and ask him, have you ever abused her? He's going to say, no, I never did anything to her. What did she do? We're going to all have different stories. In his mind, he never put his hands on me, but I know he did. And I still wear the scars to this day. My story, my perception of everything may not be the same as his, but it's still the truth.
Right, but that's your situation. We were talking about the documentary, and I'm sorry that happened to you. We're talking about
that's
Jaguar
what I'm
Wright
saying about Jaguar husband. I'm not discrediting anything that he's about to say.
Well, did you watch it? Did you watch it?
I saw the previews of it.
Ma'am, you saw previews.
I saw previews.
You gotta watch the whole thing. I thought you still sitting there when you.
It's the same thing, though.
It ain't the same thing.
It's like I done got tired. I'm tired of the Jaguar.
You cannot judge something by a preview. That's the problem. You gotta watch the whole thing. You gotta watch the documentary.
Well, it's so tiring. I'm tired of this story. Why don't we find something else to talk about?
Yeah, it's plenty things that people are talking about out here. Plenty things. But she interviewed the son. But did you tell Jaguar Wright to stop doing all that talking? Go on the platform.
Well, I'm not. Jag may have said some things. She probably done told her, but she may have.
But at the end of the day, I'm not going to discredit everything that Jaguar has told us.
But again,
this
she
is
said
what
the
happens
son was
to me.
She said the son had autism. The son did the interview. He said he denied all that. So what you have to do, if you listen to Jaguar, shouldn't you at least listen to somebody that she's talking about, the son? Should you listen to what the ex-husband do? And you deserve it to hear their side of the story instead of just taking Jaguar's side? You have to watch it to get a full conclusion. You should watch both sides, Jaguar's side and also her son's side. And then guess what? In part 2, she actually interviewed some of Jaguar Wright family members.
Oh, no, it's too much. That's too much. That's too much. That's too much. You're going into people's lives, families, and all that stuff.
But man,
y'all
that
can
would have
watch it.
worked if Jaguar have not been saying stuff about them. Jaguar said a lot of stuff about her son. She said he was hard.
Well, you just said that Tasha pulled other people into the interview that she don't interview other family members. So if those people don't, I think it's just a form of discreditment. At some point, Jaguar probably have lied on some people or said some things that she probably shouldn't have said. But at this point, I think it's more or less to discredit her word on what she said about the industry. It's not so much about her life. I believe it's about.
She said a lot
I don't
about
think
her
it's
son.
about her life.
She said a lot of things about her son.
I really don't think it's about her life. I don't think this is about her. I think this is a point to discredit her and everything that she said about the people in the industry. She said them people did in the industry, we're still seeing it to this day.
But
we're not going to
what's going
discredit
to
her
take
on
away
that.
her credibility if you're saying, hey, my son was attacked and he had somebody put a peen inside him and then the son come out and say that didn't happen? That discredit Jaguar Wright's credibility. It discredit her. When that's a strong allegation. Say your child was touched in a sexual manner, and he come out, oh, that did not happen. She said that about her own son. She said her son had autism. The son said, I don't have that. So you have to watch.
So it's time for her to clear this up. If Jaguar lied in that sense, then it's time. She's going to have to come back. There's no way that she can just leave this interview with Tasha on the table. She's going to have to come back and clean that up, because one thing I don't like lies. You can give me the truth any day. Give it to me raw and dirty. I would rather give me the truth than to tell me a lie. I like Jag because I know she's troubled. I know she's been through some things in her life. Most of us have. Some of us just deal with things a little bit different. But what I'm not going to do, I can't trash her like that, because I know that somewhere in there, she's dealing with, look at her life. Even this story Tasha is breaking. Even if there's lies in the midst of this, there is some truth. And the woman, she maybe she needs counseling. Absolutely, I need counseling.
All right.
So I'm not going to do that to her. I just can't trash her like that.
But
and
you
it hurts
gotta
my
watch.
feelings.
But with all due respect, I hear you. But you should have paid.
Tell Tasha to uncover it.
You should have paid that $15 to see that documentary. You should have paid your $15 to see that documentary.
Tell Tasha to let you show it on the show.
No, I can't do that. I went and I had to pay
we want to use your $15. We want to use your $15. Let us watch it off of your $15.
You can't use my $15. I don't know.
We want to watch it. Yeah, you know, like when people buy the pay-per-views and they say, y'all come over, but just come over. Just buy it. Watch it.
I'm not going to do that like that. That's the problem with black folks. Y'all want something for free. Go pay that $15 so you can be entertained. I'm not going to do it for free.
Wiley, tell Tasha to let you air the show so we can watch it.
Okay.
Tasha got a few buttons on YouTube. I'm sure she would give y'all permission to do it.
All right. Well, we thank you, man. But good morning. You wide awake now. You ready for work now. You up now.
Tasha in the comments. Tasha, let one of them let us watch that thing, and they pay their $15 so we can watch it.
All right, man. But we'll definitely bring that to her. We'll see what she's got to say, okay?
I appreciate it.
Y'all
have a good day.
Well, you too. God bless you, sister. Okay. All right. Ooh, we got a lot of callers in the queue this morning. We're going to get to y'all all today. 6268, good morning. You live on the Wiley Show.
We got a lot of
turn me down the background. 6268.
Oh, the
All right. 6268. 6268.
Hello, good morning.
Can you turn me down the back?
Yes. Excuse me.
Okay.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, you got to turn me up in the
hello,
back.
can you hear me?
Yeah, you got to turn me down the back because I hear myself in the back. Turn me off.
Okay, can you hear me right now?
You got to turn me off in the back. I still hear myself in the back.
Yeah, you got to turn me down.
You got to mute me in the back.
Okay, can you hear me right now?
You got to mute me in the back.
Okay. Wait, hello. Hello, can you hear me?
That's better. Go ahead, sister.
Okay. I first want to thank Jaguar Wright for exposing the music industry.
Okay.
Okay, because my daughter is trying to get into the entertainment business and she has real talent. And I was just wondering why. I also personally catered for a lot of these big names like Jay-Z, 50 Cent. I was working for Damon Dash through a girl that had, she lives in Atlanta. Her name is Chef Jan. She had a catering company called Diamonds. And the attitudes of these people are right on spot. Jay-Z is a demon. I never was interested in wanting to meet him. Just his arrogant attitude when we were serving him food. He's beneath you. He's disgusting. And for a Black woman to be labeled mentally ill, call it what you want. It's common sense and it's wisdom. And she gave it to us. And she exposed this demonic industry. And Black people got to strengthen up and listen to what this woman is saying and stop trying to discredit her and condemn her. And now I see why. At first I was getting upset with Carly B coming after Tasha K. But when you keep trying to badger a person and discredit them because they gave you truth, you a demon.
Well, again, I'm assuming you did not pay your $15. Did you pay your $15 to watch the documentary?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
well,
if you would have watched it,
I would like to know where I could go and see it. But let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about a Black man. Let me tell you about an evil Black man coming against a woman.
No. I'm just telling you that she interviewed Jaguar Wright's son. He denied those allegations that he was assaulted. He also denied the allegations that he have autism. The husband talked about how abusive Jaguar Wright was.
Anybody will deny those allegations.
Again. Okay, so how can you force somebody to tell the truth? The son denied that. So we can't take the son's side. You automatically take. You automatically take Jaguar Wright's side.
Jaguar going to give you the truth, baby.
So she can just say anything. So ma'am. So what you're saying is, Jaguar can just say anything. You don't question what Jaguar Wright said, right? That's what you're saying.
No, I'm telling you that a person like Jaguar is giving you the truth. Okay, right. And if anybody and the father coached that boy into saying what he had to say, okay, that's the bottom line. It's not even hearing the argument because Jaguar gave you the truth about this industry, and a person that talks a lot like her is not a liar. Because a liar.
She had to apologize to James Wright because she lied about him, that he was aggressive to young boys. She also had to apologize to Tiffany Haddish. Common actually came out and said what she's saying is a lie. Talib said what he had to say. The ex-husband was talking about how abusive Jaguar Wright was and how she would go out and screw other men. The son came out and say that it didn't happen.
I believe that she woke up with common dick in her face.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. But these people deny these allegations, ma'am. So we just can't, from my understanding, I'm just not going to take Jaguar's side. I got to hear the other side of the story. I just can't automatically, because that's dangerous just to believe her.
Well, you want to know something? When she was being interviewed by Storm, I took every word that woman said to be the truth. Because one thing I know about the truth is that Mary J. Blige, that's a demonic bitch.
Okay. All right. We got to get you off. Thank you so much. We don't allow no cussing. Okay. You cuss, you're going to get cut up. All right. 0687, call you on the air.
Hey, Wiley.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yes, Wiley. I want to come in regards to the Jaguar and Tasha K situation.
Yes.
Now, I'm not going to pay my $15 because I work and I just feel like it's other things I could be doing with $15. And my thing is this. Okay, Tasha K, you're exposing that Jaguar is a liar. I get it. But why do you get mad when other people expose that you're a liar? You lied on celebrities just like Jag. So what's the problem?
Well, I think the issue would make it so different.
You didn't even apologize for who you lied on. At least Jaguar had the decency to apologize about who she lied on. You still just lied. And then you get mad when other people expose you for your lies. So it's okay for you to expose her, but when other people want to expose you for your lies, you want to flag their page, throw them in lawsuits, etc., etc. That's all I want to say. Have a great day, Wiley.
Okay, but I would like to say this, though. She interviewed Jaguar Wright's family. She have a right to. They agreed to do. They wasn't forced to do it, and they did it. And I think a lot of people didn't pay their $15. So I can tell the people that paid their $15. I can tell the people that did pay their $15. 0622, call you on the air.
Hey, Wiley.
Good morning.
I have to call back in because this is the caller right before this caller, right?
Let's speak on the subject. Anything about the documentary you want to say? We're not going to be addressing the callers.
Absolutely. No. This is a good thing. I just wanted to say I'm sorry for the pain that she experienced, but we have to remember two things. Jag told Tasha to call her husband. She actually gave him the number. Remember? She didn't have to go fishing for her husband's number, so let's remember that. And also, she said that this man was gay, that his gay trainer actually came up to her and was going to beat her up while she was pregnant and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So he has the right to come and address his mess, or the mess that she said happened. So this is nothing that Tasha K had to go search high and low for. He want to clear his name too. So that's all I want to say. He has a right, and Jag actually helped her do her job by providing the number. She would have found it anyway. But
right. And see, that's what I'm saying. And what people are understanding is you can't say, well, she telling the truth, and people is actually saying, no, you're lying on me. You can't, you got to hear all sides. And the people that call it, they ain't pay their $50 to hear the documentary. This ain't got nothing to do with the industry. We're focused on what she said about her family. Before you get to the celebrities, your own flesh and blood saying it did not happen to me. He denied it. And her ex-husband talking about, before you get to the Mary J. Blige and all that, the family said, hey, you lying on us. If you kept it on the celebrities, keep it on the celebrities. She bring up her ex-husband, said that he sleeps with trans women. She put that out there. She said that her son is held hostage. That's what she said on Storm Road interview, and it's in the documentary that they got him held hostage, that he's kidnapped, and the son got his own place. He didn't look kidnapped to me. He didn't like he was held hostage. She said all these things. And see, what people fail to realize, they stuck on what she said about the industry, and they're putting what she said about the family to the back burner. No, let's stay focused on what she said about her family members. And they're coming out saying it did not happen.
Because what I think we're about to learn in this second part is where the mental illness allegedly began.
Yes.
You know, and I think that that's what it's leading up to. And that's why it's so important, because Tasha K is not throwing in, like you said, these industry people that's going to debunk all this stuff. That she wants to hit it at the core. Like, this is what her home is like. Her home, if ain't shit, nothing right where she lives at, then how can you believe anything that's coming out of her mouth? You know, so, and unfortunately, it's not doing her service for Storm's interview either, because it's like, did she lie on all of that too? So
facts. It denies a lot of things, because Kanye came out and said that she didn't tell the truth. And if you're lying on your own family, how can we automatically believe what you're saying about these celebrities? Because your own family is denying that you did. And then she said her husband was abusive. To find out, she said, I just beat him up. I hit him. She even admitted that she hit her husband. So, you know, I highly tell people, if you can't afford the $15, you have to wait to come out for free. For those that do have the $15 and would like to pay, you go to patreon.com/Tasha K, and you can go watch it. It's there, clear as day, and you can come up and you watch it, and then you call back in. Most people, they ain't see it, they just want to criticize Tasha, but baby, with this documentary, it needs to be nominated for an Emmy because it was good. All right, thank you, caller, for calling. I'm gonna go to the next caller.
All right, bye bye.
Okay. All right. Turn me down the background callers. If you're calling in, do not have me playing. Okay, because we live. Let's go to the next caller. 1688. Caller, you on the air.
Hi, Wally.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
How are you today?
All right.
Wally, did you pay your $15?
I paid it. I watched it. That's how I broke it down to you. That's why
You
we
paid
laugh
your
now.
$15, Wally. Okay,
That's
today
what-
you on your show speaking on this so highly, yet you had to pay $15. You didn't get a free pass.
No, I don't want no free pass. I wanted to pay to support my
You
sister.
don't get a free pass sometimes.
I don't want no free pass. I
pass.
never asked for no free pass. I didn't need no free
don't
pass.
get a pass.
No. I'm telling you, I want to support my sister. I don't ask Tyler Perry for no free pass. I don't ask
Oh,
Kanye
you
for the
wanted to
neighborhood
support
talk for
your
the free
sister.
pass. I want to support the industry. But what do you have to say about it so I can bring it to the people? I don't want no free pass. I want to support my sister.
Your statement was that we're not listening to her family. We're not giving the people their opportunity to say, Brother Jaguar told the truth or a lie on them, right? And you are right about that. We should listen to all sides. I'm not against that. But question is, if we was to talk to your whole family with everything.
Listen, this ain't got nothing to do with Wiley family. Okay? You try to bring my family, you will get booted off. Don't make this about me and my family. Got nothing to deal with. You wait till my documentary come out. Okay? Now I'm gonna bring you back on. Don't make this about my family. This ain't got nothing to do. This is about Jaguar and her family. Well, Wiley, what about your family? Well, go ask them. Go. You got my permission. Go. All right, so I'm gonna bring the caller back in. 1688. You can call in. If you bring up my family, I'll boot you out because it got nothing to do with my family. This ain't got nothing to do with
What I'm about to say is relevant. I'm not attacking
No, this ain't
you.
nothing to do with it. This ain't nothing about you. Bring up my family, you get booted off. You get booted off. Don't bring up
My
this about
example
Jaguar
was
and her
going to
family.
simply be this. This example I was going to simply try to show that I could say some things about my family from my experience, and it would be true and factual. But if I was to tell somebody like such and such a this, such a thing to me, and they went to go ask that person, 9 times out of 10, that person is not going to be truthful about what they have done. They're going to try to twist the story to make it back on me to have did something wrong, become an aggressor, or my fault, or I set it up to where it looked like that about them. So what I'm saying is, Jaguar could be lying and her husband could be lying. They could both be lying. No one is going to sit here and tell you all the negative things that they did. And as far as the young man,
that's our
we
son.
Don't know what people have told him to say. We don't know if he really have autism. No one's seen medical records. No one's seen statements from the first of the month saying
Did
he
Jaguar
will not
Wright
receive income.
did Jaguar Wright produce any medical records saying that her child have autism?
I'm not saying Tasha should do.
No,
I'm not saying Tasha should have did that.
Did Jaguar Wright produce those receipts? Did Jaguar Wright?
I'm not saying Tasha should have did it. I'm not saying Tasha should have did it. I'm saying before we all actually give our opinions.
We have to give our opinion. What do you mean, man? What do you mean that we should give our opinion when she interviewed the son and the ex-husband? We have to listen. If you'd have paid your $15 on Patreon.com,
no, I paid my $15, and how does it feel to be a distraction? How does it feel to be a distraction, man of God?
A distraction?
You stopping everything I'm saying because you don't want the truth to prevail.
Man, what truth to prevail when they tell it
everybody is assuming that both of these people are telling the truth. Both of these people could be discredited from each other's story. What I'm saying is we need more proof than what Tasha shown. We need more proof than what Jack shown.
What do you
because
mean?
it ain't none of our business, we don't really need no proof.
So you don't believe nobody?
The story. Y'all are taking it too far. The simple thing is that lady came out to talk about the industry. Y'all took it from the industry to her personal life because y'all don't want to deal with the real problem. We got sickness and diseases in all industries. Y'all want to talk about jazz and fight against what's really happening in the industry.
I hear you.
Okay.
Can I say this?
Y'all want to play with the little devil
Let me tell you this.
Like it's been said, all y'all are distractions. I think it's all a scam.
Let me say this.
All y'all
Can I say
scamming.
this?
I think all y'all work together.
Hold on 1 second. Let me say this. You're saying about the industry, but you keep ignoring the fact that it was Jaguar Wright said that about her own son, and she said some things about the ex-husband. They have a right to speak on it. This ain't got nothing to do with the industry. We're talking on what she said about her own family. They came out and denied
against each other. Y'all all scamming. This whole thing is a scam. You, Tasha, Jag, Storm, everybody is one motherfucking pot of ignorance.
All right, thank you so much. You cuss. We got to boot you off. You said a cuss word, we will boot you off. All right, we go to the next one. I don't know how we sit there and we scam it. You watching it. So what they say about you? You like being scared because you watching this. The rules are no cussing. Okay, let's go to the next caller. Anonymous, you live on the air. Anonymous, you live on the air. All right, we're gonna go to the next caller. Anonymous, hello. You called in private.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Okay, we're gonna go to the next
Can you
caller.
hear me?
I'm gonna go to the next caller. 0905, caller, you on the air.
Hello?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. I'm live.
You live.
Okay, this is my first time. I'm new to your channel. And oh my God, everybody's so passionate about this thing. It's like giving me anxiety over here. Like, wow, I did not pay my $15. Look, but I've been waiting for the interview, and I saw that you was the first person live talking about it. So it's been very interesting so far.
They triggered. Baby, they triggered this morning. Half of them didn't even eat their breakfast, didn't even take no shower. They triggered. Go ahead, sister.
Oh my God. I'm kind of having a hard time understanding you a little bit. It sounds really awful, but I just want to say this. We have to stop being so quick to judge, not knowing all the facts. And I see that everybody is triggered by some of the stories that Jaguar, has told, because, everybody is speaking about how it relates to them and what they have been through, which is why it's so entertaining, or why we all want to why we all rooting for Jag and wish that what she was saying was the truth. But when things don't add up and it don't make sense, then, it's something not right. But she was saying was the truth. But just to sum it all up, go ahead.
No, I'm listening to you. Go ahead, sister. Mm-hmm.
Just to sum it all up and be quick, I give kudos to Tasha K too. I was a really big fan of hers from the beginning, and some of the changes that she had been making, I feel like commercializing more kind of turned me off a little bit. But I'm really anxious to watch this interview because you've been giving it all these thumbs up, so I may go check it out, but I think I'm gonna wait till the next one just to see, because I don't feel comfortable supporting the gossip like that. But being that she's a Black woman out here doing her thing and got all of us talking about her this early in the morning, I'm going to have to go support her just because,
yes!
All of the movies that I'm watching, it makes sense. So I'm just, this is exciting.
It was good. She interviewed her husband and her ex-husband, and she interviewed the son. You will be thoroughly entertained, and you're getting that side. And so I tell people, pay your $15. It's patreon.com/Tasha K. Okay, it is out there. I went and viewed it early this morning. It was good. I gave it 2 thumbs up.
And it's their story. It's very much their story just as well as hers, because they were a part of everything that she is today too. So I feel like, y'all just be fair and allow them to tell their side of the story as well. And, don't be so quick to judge. Y'all ain't even listened to the damn interview. I'm sorry, I'm cussed. Y'all are mad because y'all ain't even listened to the other people's side of the story yet, and y'all already calling them liars. Like,
you got it. Right. A lot of them pay their 15. But we thank you, man, for calling in. And good morning to you. And thank you. I hope you subscribe, because I think you said it's your first time calling in. So thank you so much for supporting the Wiley Show.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Good morning, y'all.
Good morning. Oh, my God. Shout out to the new people. We go live every day, y'all. This is what we do. Make sure y'all subscribe and thumbs up. All right, we got 10 callers in queue. Let's get to each one of them. 1562, caller, you on the air. 1562. 1562, you're live on air. 1562. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next caller. You're taking a call. 4771, caller, you on air. 4771. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, you're live on the air. How you doing?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
I think that Jaguar Wright may have
I feel like she was as honest as she wanted to be about her role, because she did say that I'm gonna own up to the bullshit I did too, as well as the bullshit that other people did.
Okay,
So
man, we
maybe
don't
her
allow no
saying
cussing.
I was.
We don't allow no cussing. I'm gonna give you another chance. Go ahead, because we don't allow no cussing on here.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. So I think that she was as honest as she wanted to be without, I guess, airing out all of her dirty laundry. But she did come out and say, well, look, I'm going to own up to the stuff that I did as well as the stuff that people did to me. So I think that with her saying, I did fight on my husband, she was just saying how tumultuous the relationship was. We was fighting on each other. That's as far as her personal life. But as far as the things that she said about the people in the industry, I believe her just because she owned up to the messed up stuff that she did in the industry as well. You know, she wasn't just trying to put it all on other people. You know, she admitted her mistakes, the fact that she used to drink all the time, the fact that she's not always mentally there, you know, the fact that she can be a little aggressive at times and things of that nature. So it's not like she just said, oh, the industry is bad and these people did this without saying, well, you know, I did some stuff too, you know?
All right. I hear you. What else you want to say about it?
I think that as far as the Storm issue, I honestly think that like her true mental capacity or lack thereof just began to show. I honestly think that she was looking for a friendship, because when I looked at Storm also did the I think it's called Jaguar Wright, the beginning, the middle, and the end. I believe that was it. Where she was saying that she was offering for him to come to her room and hang out with her and stuff like that. So I did think she wanted to take it further than interviewer, interviewee, and she was probably a lonely old woman looking for friends and trying to use the things that she knows as I don't know, maybe an olive branch or an extension to make people want to hang out with her and want to be around her.
All right. Well, we thank you so very much for calling in. You on your way to work?
Yes, I am, honey, on my way, and I'm still listening.
All right. Well, we thank you
I might sit in the parking lot and finish.
Okay. Well, okay. You stay in that parking. Don't get fired or nothing, but thank you for calling in, sister. I love you.
All right, Wiley.
All right, now. Bye-bye. Okay, we got a lot of callers. I will tell you this. If you want to come on, you can super chat your way to the top, or unless you have to wait, okay? If you want to come on, you can super chat your last four, and we'll bring you up. And if you don't want to do that, you have to wait till we get to each caller, because we don't rush the callers. I talk to them so you can connect with me on the air. But if you do want to get up on here, just super chat your way to the top, which is the last four, and we'll bring you on. You don't have to do that, but if you know, I'm just giving you a little thing. All right. Okay, because we ain't gonna rush the callers this morning. I'm gonna talk to them a little while. 2217 caller, you on the air.
Okay, so while I had to call back in because I was like more than a little bit halfway through it, and I just finished watching the entire documentary.
Yes.
Wiley. I'm sorry, like her son made me cry. Because let me get my words up. I can't. Oof. Her son was very articulate. He explained his situation. And the funny thing about it is, even through all of his interviews, he didn't even bash Jag.
He did.
I think that's the most honest thing about it. He didn't even bash her at all. And when you flip it and reverse it and you hear that Jag was literally accusing her son of being R-word, and then he has to now come out and defend that I wasn't. This didn't happen to me. And people are still calling in and saying, well, maybe he's embarrassed. This man is telling you all that did not happen to him. Stop trying to make what Jag said was true when he's telling you it wasn't. He said it did not. Secondly, domestic violence is not a joke. Like, she was beating on this man. But since it's a man, people are like, well, maybe he did it to her. What she's telling you, she beat on him. Jag said she beat on him. He's telling you she beat on him. She burned him with a lamp, y'all. A lamp.
Yes, he did.
He burned him with the lamp. And I can't say too much because I don't want, Tasha, lawyers come get me or whatever. But this is crazy. Like, there has been, and Wiley, keep doing you, Wiley. You paid $15. This is your job. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're giving your commentary on the situation. People are calling in trying to stick up for Jag, ain't even watched it. Now, I will say, if people are looking for like a fast talking everything like what Tasha K usually does, this is not it. This is a sit down, straight up Barbara Walters type. Not Barbara Walters. That's a bad thing.
It's
but
like
a sit down
Oprah.
type.
It's giving you Oprah. It's giving you who's the other host on Good Morning America? It's giving you that. It was a great interview.
Yeah. So it was a great thing. So my whole thing is, like you said, Jag has been caught in several lies about people of the industry that she had to backtrack. Tevin Campbell was going to sue her. And she came out and said, okay, well, I was just joking, I lied. So my whole thing is, she brought her family in it. They didn't just pop up out of nowhere. She brought them in it and accused them of several allegations. These are these people's chances to clear their name. And her son, like I said, her son could have bashed her. He could have dogged her. He didn't even do that. Tasha K did not ask any questions to where she tried to bait him into bashing her. She stuck to topic. And she, once again, she cleared up that they were there on their own merit and stuff like that. So in my opinion, I'm sorry, but if Jag is going as low as putting that her son was R-word and he had to come out and say that he wasn't, I'm sorry, that's the lowest of the low. And that's my opinion.
All right. We thank you so much for calling in. Thank you. All right. We're going to go to the next caller. Thank you so very much. Okay. Right. If you want to be heard, if you don't want to wait, you can always super chat your way to the top and we'll bring you on. And other than that, you have to wait. All right. Good morning. 8470 caller, you're on the air.
Hi, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I was just calling in because I be watching all these interviews. I drive, so I literally be listening to this stuff for hours. First I want to say, is something wrong with people? Because I didn't listen to Jaguar Wright. Video after video after video, bash, tell these stories, and, have her side of things. And I'm not understanding why is it so wrong for us to get the other side.
Come on.
Why is it so wrong for the people, like everybody who actually got sense, if you ask me? Why is it so wrong for the people who she's talking about to come out and say, hey, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got the opportunity. You can take whoever side you want, but let's keep it real. I'm sorry. Jaguar to me seemed like something else. That's just it. Maybe she feels some type of way because her husband and son don't want to deal with her, And I feel like even with the industry, maybe she feels some type of way because all these people don't want to deal with her for whatever reason that may be. She don't have them all. And I haven't watched the documentary. I'm excited about it, but come on, y'all. We got to use common sense. We got to take this for what it is. And if she want to come back and, defend herself or whatever, let her do it. But it is what it is. They can't get mad at you, Wiley. They can't get mad at Tasha K. Did anybody get mad at Jaguar Wright? Did anybody tell her, hey, why are you talking about these people? Why are you doing that? Like, it's like people picking sides and sticking to them instead of going with the truth.
All right. I hear you. You keeping it real. So did you are you gonna watch the interview? Did you watch it or not? Are you gonna watch it or are you gonna wait to come?
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
I'm cheap. I'm gonna be honest. I'm cheap, so I'm gonna wait till it come on free. But I kind of then got the gist of it. Like I said, I keep up. I be on it. So let's take it for what it is and quit just going off of. Well, I'm on Jaguar side, but forget Tasha K because she lies and I mean, come on, guys. Come on.
We thank you so much for calling in, sister.
Thank you. You guys have a good morning.
All right. Thank you so very much. All right. The number is 646-716-8447. We're talking about the documentary of Jaguar Wright. Tasha K released it on patreon.com/Tasha K. And I'm giving you the review on part 1. So if you have a comment or question, if you want to call in, the number is 646-716-8447. This is your first time watching us. Hit the like button and also subscribe. And thank you for those that came and watched us this morning. 4446, calling on air.
Hi, Wally. Good morning. Good morning, Wally family. Good morning. I just wanted to call in. One, I hear people saying the R word. Can we not say that? Should I just continue saying R word? I'm not sure.
We say that for
but anyway,
algorithm because of YouTube. But go ahead, sister.
Okay. So as someone who's been R-word assaulted many, many times throughout my life, I would have been mortified if someone would have went on a public platform and said, look at Jamie, she's it. And it's, as a victim, it's not something that you have to get to that point where you can speak about it. You have to heal inside first before you can even say anything. So I'm not saying if this is true or not. Really, I'm just giving some insight. I just think that no one should be speaking on any victim's situation until they're comfortable enough to come forward about it. And whatever anyone's husband's sexual preferences, that's his story to tell. It sounds like more of a scorned woman when you're like, my husband likes, well, then you knew that when you were with him, so you accepted that, you accepted him, so continue to accept him, continue to love him and support him. It could have ended, and that's fine, just let that be. But any domestic violence situation, I can't condone that. I'm married to someone who has put me in that situation. And I don't want anyone to stay in that situation, but also it's really tough when you get on the platform and you start just airing out your dirty laundry, because then, just like now, in the comments, and anyone watching, you give them full right to comment on what you yourself have put out there. So that's the main thing I wanted to say. We are Black people. We need to stick together. I'm watching riots and people chanting, walking past me on the street, screaming MAGA and the N-word literally happening to me now. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, if we just stood together, we would run this whole world. So I'm hoping to spread love, unity, and to move forward with a better tomorrow, honestly.
All right. We thank you so very much for calling in. But I will tell y'all this. If someone said they're not happy, you can't be saying somebody was assaulted and they wasn't. But that's wrong to say. That ain't right. And that ain't nobody else's place to put that information out unless they want it out. Let them put out their story. Don't try to tell somebody else's story and everything like that. But we thank you, man, for calling in. This is your first time. I'm assuming this is your first time calling to the Wiley Show.
Second, but it's been a while.
It's been a while. Okay, well, we thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you, darling. You have a wonderful day.
Well, you too. Okay, we could go to the next caller. Anonymous, you live on the air. Good morning. Anonymous, you live.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, who's this?
Yes, I'm just calling in. I wanted to say that I watched the Tasha K's
How old are you?
docuseries.
How old are
Sorry?
you? How old are you?
I'm old enough.
I asked you for your age.
I'm old enough.
Okay, we gotta go to the next one. I feel in my spirit you ain't old enough to be giving your opinion. Anonymous, you live on the air. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Rico said your channel don't make no money.
All right, 9542, you live on the air. 9542.
Hi, Wiley.
Hey,
How are
good
you?
morning. Doing good.
Good. I'm enjoying the show.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it too.
I was hoping you would come on last night. I'm the same person that's always like, as soon as Tasha K goes off, I want you to roll, but I understand. Anyway, I'll say this. When you can't separate the art from the artist, I think that's what a lot of people are doing right now. It's like, no matter what good you do, people, because they don't personally, whatever feelings they have in themselves, they're not going to like anything that comes from you. You know what I'm saying? So in that way, I hear a lot of people calling in with that, you know, making excuses. One woman made the excuse of her son was really raped, but he's embarrassed. Come on, the guy was on TV telling you his story. It's crazy how people think. However, I will say this. That documentary gave me a new respect for Tasha K, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm not no big Tasha K fan for the simple fact that it's celebrity gossip. I watch you because I like you. Yes. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to lie. I do watch Tasha K if she talks about somebody that I like. If somebody's like on her docket that I'm like, oh, I got to watch this show. I'll watch it. I don't even think, nothing in my heart against her. And I want all of you guys to win at the end of the day.
Yes.
However, goodness, this documentary was so good. It was good enough to really be on a major network type of, and I'm not talking about quality because I'm not in the business. I don't know good from bad. I just know when my screen is blurry and when it's not. All I'm saying is it was such an interesting documentary. Not because Tasha K did it, not because she went and interviewed the family and all that. Honestly, Jaguar had a lot to do with this. She came out like a bull out the gate, you know, like, oh, this person is this way. And we wanted to believe her because, you know, we always hear the clean whitewash stories about the celebrities. So when she was coming out saying that this person was doing this heinous thing, we were all like, watch it, whether we believed her or not. There were several celebrities that came out and said, hey, that's not true.
Yes.
I don't know why she's saying that. One of the, what's his name? Talib Kweli. He came out several times to be like, this lady is lying on all of us. You know what I mean? This is not the truth. So no one wanted to believe that. Now they have the woman's own son and family and exes. You don't create that kind. You don't have that many people wanting to come and say these things about you unless there's something to that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know any of these people, so I'm not going to say who's speaking the truth and who's not. All I'm saying is you don't have this many people coming telling you the same story over and over and over about this woman, and then we could just say, oh no, I don't believe her because she came on and she exposed all the celebrities and she doesn't like the person that I don't like, so I'm her friend. It's so childish and so dumb. People, please, if you don't want to pay the $15.99 when Tasha does release it on YouTube, watch it. Like from a perspective of Tasha, not Tasha, just watch the actual interview about the girl that you love, you claim you follow, you believe her. Watch the documentary and then see what you say. And I'm not saying like at the end of it, you're not going to like her or you're not going to buy her music. None of those things. But this is a woman who came out the gate saying, I want to show you the reality of who these people are. But yes, fine. But now your reality is out there. Take it like a woman.
All right.
So that's all I wanted to say. And you know, I love you, Wiley. I'm so glad I got to call in this morning.
It's good to hear your voice. Thank you.
Have a good one, guys.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. Okay, we're going to go to our next caller, 9169. You're live on the air.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hi, Wiley. I'm Sugar Babe. I've been a wino from day one. And I've not always agreed with Tasha. I've not always agreed with her opinions, but I enjoyed her show and I find it entertaining. Now, this is something totally different. People need to remember that this lady came out the gate with allegations without a shred of evidence. I'm sorry, I have a special needs son. He's talking in the background. This woman came out the gate with allegations without a shred of evidence that is damaging to people's lives, businesses, families. And I just want to say that the sheep mentality has to stop. You can like who you like, but be a fan of truth. Not everybody's personality is for you. Okay, not everybody's gonna fit, but be a fan of truth. And I also want to say this one last thing, and I'm gonna jump off. What we're witnessing, part one and part two of what Tasha done, is excellent chess moves. This woman protected her family, her businesses, her friends, her credibility, and made a bag in a master stroke.
Right.
And what she did, and what she also did, was expose the character and the credibility of someone that's been out here spewing all this.
You're right.
Keep in mind, without a shred of truth, the dark is not Tasha's opinion. It's those close to her who know her better than us. It's their truth, their opinion, not Tasha. So the hate train for Tasha is ridiculous. It really is. You want to follow somebody, follow them. Stop being sheep. You ain't got to like the woman. You don't have to. But have respect for the truth. See it. See it for what it really is. That's all I wanted to say.
And she did a great job with this documentary because it did expose the lies of Jaguar Wright. You're right about that. So you watched it.
I remember watching her when she was leaning over the chair, when just on them first few videos on her phone and everything. And I watched her grow. And like I said, I'm a senior citizen. I watched her grow. Like when Tasha said she done seen some things, she done been around some things. Honey, I have too. And I peeped that whole card with Jack a long time ago, and I was like, okay. And what Jack does, a lot of people don't realize, is what the news does. They mix lies with a little bit of truth, and they do sprinkle it with a little bit of salt and pepper, and baby, that's a nice package. But what we saw from a black woman was a master stroke last night. You understand me? And tonight's going to be even better.
All right.
And I'm here for it.
I'm here for it too.
I'm here. That's a great job. Great job. I love your organic growth, and I love what you are doing.
Yes.
And you know what? When she did what all these other networks or anybody else in business would do. Anyone coming for your family, she did exactly what she was supposed to do, and she made a bag while doing it. I think it's wonderful.
It is wonderful, and I love it. I love it.
So keep up the great work, Wiley. I just wanted to put my little 2 cents in because I just feel the sheep mentality is crazy.
I feel you on that. Well, we thank you so much for calling in.
No problem. You have a blessed day.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. All right, so the call-in number is 646-716-8447. If you want to be up in front of the line, you can just super chat your way to the top, and we'll bring you on. We're going to go to the next caller. 8423, calling on air.
Hey, man. Hello.
Hey.
Man, good morning, man. This there, boy. And I got a lot to say about that documentary. I ain't feeling that.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. You said you ain't feeling the documentary. Tell us why.
Because, man, that painted me in a bad light. And, I had that baby. I took care of that baby.
Okay, well, you a troll. Okay, 7237, Carly on the air.
Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning, love. How are you?
All right.
This was up. Yep. So anyway, I'm DC lady. I'm from the East Coast. I just got a little opinion.
All right.
So my thing is, I've always been a wino all these years, right? But the thing is, see, I had started, bombing out Tasha because she was getting on my nerve, postponing the video and talking about we're going to air it, but then they keep saying they're going to edit it. So last night, I paid for Patreon and I looked at it.
So my opinion about the video is this. It wasn't all that, you know, it wasn't what I was expecting because her ex-husband, he seemed very limited, like he's autistic, but I'm looking forward to tonight. So Jacqueline is a big liar. You know, she's mentally ill. The son said his grandmother not even mentally ill, and he's not mentally ill. So I don't know what will possess Jackie, huh?
He said you right about that.
Yeah, so I don't know why Jackie is, you know, going off like this. She needs help, you know. And one more thing, and I'm gonna let you go because I know it's other callers. See, this husband she's with is very, very what's the word? He's feminine, and Jackie is very aggressive. So y'all know what she's doing to that man, using that man. But how can you be with a man who's allowing you to be homeless, riding around in a Kia Soul? But Lord, have mercy. My prayers are with Jackie and her family, and my prayers are with you, Wiley. I'm gonna send you a donation now. Keep doing what you're doing,
thank you.
brother.
We sure need it. Okay. Thank you, caller.
All right, love. All right, love. Be
All
good.
right, thank you. Yes, we know we do have our cash out. Somebody asked, or is on the screen, and it's $ Marquise Wiley 28. You can contribute to the platform. Somebody just put in and said, Wiley, why are you not at the inauguration in DC? Because it costs money to go there. You got to have a camera crew. You know, it costs money. You know, until we, you know, it costs money to travel. You know, you got to pay for the hotel. You got to pay for the travel. You understand what I'm saying? I got to get good, got to have a good phone, good equipment, or, you know, I could definitely be there. But next time we'll try that again. Maybe we'll raise the money to get there. All right. That's why we're not there. We ain't have the coins. 0800, call you there. 08.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning. You live on the Wiley Show.
Good morning. Hi, Wiley.
Hi.
I'm dying at the person that was talking about the Kia Soul. That was wrong. That was really wrong. But anywho, I'm sorry. I do like Jag.
Yes.
I would like to say I love your show.
Love you.
But I don't agree. I'm sorry, but I don't agree with the Tasha K interview because I feel like I have an autistic son, and I feel like it was hitting below the belt to even like talk to him. And from what I remember, Jaguar didn't say that he was the R word. She said that he was assaulted and he was inappropriately touched. So that's another thing that I
she
felt
said
like
the peen. She said the peen word. She said all that. And did you watch the documentary?
Jaguar said
yeah. Did you watch it? Yeah, she said it. And
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it in a few minutes.
Okay.
I didn't watch it yet. I'm watching it. I
Yes.
woke up and saw your live.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna watch it in a few minutes.
Okay.
But I didn't. Okay, so I'm sorry. I didn't know Jaguar said the P. I thought she just said he was assaulted and inappropriately touched. That's what
she said. That, and the son denied it. Said that didn't happen.
But okay now, Wiley. If he was, I kind of still feel like for him to say it was a what do you say? It was supposed to be a game or some type of play or game or whatever. You know, that don't even make no sense. So I just.
And then if you watch the documentary, even her ex-husband explained the matter as well, that it did not happen. So, you know, Jaguar Wright, her family's denying these things that she's saying about them. Even when she said that her mother is a schizophrenic, the son was like, listen, I just spent time with my grandmother for Thanksgiving and no, she's not schizophrenic. So, I mean, hey, as I tell people, watch the documentary. It is worth every dollar. And like I said,
I'm about to watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
Right. So everybody that did not get a chance to watch it, you can go to.
I'm not a Tasha K fan. I'm your fan.
Right. If you go to patreon.com/Tasha K, you don't have to take my word to see it for yourself. And I watched it, and it was in the middle of the night. I watched it, and I said, hey, I'm gonna do a morning show to tell y'all about it. But go ahead, sister.
I woke up. I was like, Lord, let me go ahead. I never called before. I said, let me call in.
We thank you.
I love you, Wiley.
No, love you.
But we gotta get to the bottom of this.
Yes. Okay. People just need to stop lying and put words in their family member mouths and stuff like that. It is what Tasha K went to the family.
The only thing I just felt wrong about it was the son. I felt like kids should not be involved. I know he's 18, but my son's autistic. Kids should not be involved because.
Right, but he's an adult.
I'm sorry, that's below the belt.
He's an adult, and what's below the belt is for Jaguar to say this stuff about her adult child. I mean, she's an adult. He's a grown man. He's 18, and he's done this interview.
My son is young, and he's autistic.
But
he's
he's been diagnosed.
Spectrum.
That's your situation. But we're talking about Jaguar Wright's son. He said he don't have that, so you can't say something that somebody have and they ain't been diagnosed. You know what I'm saying? So that's what.
But what if he said that because he doesn't want the world to know that?
No, he came out. He said that didn't happen. I'm not artistic. You can literally look at them. He's very intelligent. I'm telling y'all gotta watch the doc. I know some of y'all love Jaguar Wright. Y'all think everything she say is gold.
I love her. I do. I'm her fan.
And you definitely got to hear her side, her son's side. And you got to hear her ex-husband's side. Like y'all listen to Jaguar, you also got to listen to her son's side and her ex-husband's
Well,
side.
I'm about to watch it. I love you,
And then
but I
call
don't think
back.
it's Tasha K.
Okay.
I don't know what her allergy was the other night.
and call back. All right. Thank you.
All right, love you, Wiley.
All right, love
Have
you.
a good day.
All right, you too. All right, we're going to go to the next caller. Thank you so very much. Good morning, everybody. All right, 2627, Carly on air.
Hi, Wally. How are you this morning?
Doing well. Good morning.
Hey, I was just calling in because I'm just surprised at how all these people saying how they believe in Jaguar, how they believe in everything. Do they not remember the tape phone call with Tasha when she literally said out her mouth that she was there and she seen James Wright at the golf course with the little boy? Then not even 5 minutes later, as soon as she get on somebody else's channel, oh, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Like, lady, you just
said it.
It's fake.
I didn't believe that with the Jack. She said that man was at a golf course. I don't believe it. She said a buffet.
Yes.
She said a golf course. James ain't going on nobody golf course.
Right, and then they just like, oh, they believe everything she were, and she blatantly, and she like, oh, this is legit. This story is legit. I don't want it to be personal. Yeah, because you're freaking lying. You're lying. That's what. Like, and then from that point on, she had me at first. When I was just sitting there, when I was listening to that when that came out, I didn't believe the word she said after that. Something wrong with her.
We thank you so very much for calling in. Keeping it real.
Thank you.
All right, now love you, sister.
Bye.
You have a wonderful day. All right, thank you. Okay, bye. I actually watched the inauguration while I'm doing this, so if you see my head turn, I'm seeing what's going on. For give y'all an update, the Biden's en route to the U.S. Capitol for the inauguration. A few minutes ago, President Obama just got there as well. Also, Senator Bernie Sanders was there. We also saw Senator Ted Cruz also made it there. Yes, President-elect Biden is on his way to the U.S. Capitol, and it's a lot of people. Chief Justice Roberts will swear in Joe Biden. I'm just giving y'all a little update. Okay, let's go to the next caller. 9052, caller on air.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, how are you, Wiley?
All right.
This is Tasha, of course, calling, and I've been following the Jaguar Wright story for a while.
Yes.
And right off the bat, she came out kind of crazy. She's been speaking against celebrities and different people for a while. And the thing is, no one has ever, the only thing people has done to her is mainly be successful. She hasn't had a leg to stand on this whole time. And this is the first time that people are actually able to get someone else's side of the story. So everyone taking up for her, I understand people have their fans, but, people who they like, but this is crazy. Someone should have came out to shut her up a long time ago. And that's basically it. Y'all have a good day.
All right. We thank you so very much. We can go to the next caller. All right. 8997. Caller on air.
Good morning, Wiley.
Good
How are
morning.
you today?
I'm blessed.
Listen, I woke up this morning, I saw you live, and I heard the lady say, "Well, I'm not a Tasha fan. I love Jag." Let me tell you something. And I love Tasha K. Now some stuff I might not agree with, but the girl is a beast at what she does. And I've been a patron long before this documentary came out. But let's debunk something, and let's be clear. Jaguar lied on her son. That's the big takeaway from me. She lied on her son. That young man is super intelligent. He is not autistic. Her ex-husband, who is a really good man, you can tell by his demeanor, by his vibe, he did not disrespect Jag. Nobody said anything bad about her. He just spoke on what happened between them and why she is the way she is. That young man lives by himself. He goes to school. He's a straight A student. He's in college. And when he speaks as if he's a product of his environment. And you can tell by how he acts and by how her oldest son acts, the life he lived, how he lived. This woman is not well. And it wasn't about bashing her or trying to take her down. It was showing that she was out here saying all these things about her ex-husband. And he said, I don't care what she says about me. He said, but when it starts to hurt people that I love, I have to say something, because she's not telling the truth. He didn't call her a lie. He said she's not telling the truth. And Jaguar was the one that messed all of that up. She did that. She is not a well woman. So anybody to say that, Tasha, she wrong, her son is handicapped. No, he's not handicapped. This young man is a normal teenager, a normal, well-bred. He is, and Jaguar is a extremely smart woman. And I guess her coming out to say all of these things, she thought that it would just boost her image and people would start listening to her music. But then when she couldn't bash the celebrities anymore, because nobody was believing her, then she started going out to these bloggers and going after Storm and going after Tasha. And anybody that does not agree with her, she goes out on these rants and she bashes them. So let's be clear. Tasha K didn't start this. She started this. And everybody want to take her side and things. You have to listen for yourself. This Tasha hate train is relentless. But that's all I have to say. And because a person doesn't like Tasha, anything Tasha does, they're gonna find fault or do anything, say anything. But you got to give her flowers when it's due. Tasha and her TV Studios did an amazing job, and I can't wait for tonight. But anyway, I'm gonna shut up, Wiley.
All right.
I love you, darling.
Love you.
And you have a wonderful and blessed day.
All right, you too. Thank you. Okay, we gotta go to the next call. Thank you. We're gonna go to 8423. Caller, you on the air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm calling because I think Tasha did a great job. She did an excellent bang up job. And I just wanted to really talk about that, how we as the Black community, we don't get behind the good things in our community. We would rather get behind twerking, people that's the highest twerker, show their butt, be naked on TV. But when it's truth and it's presented in a calm manner, professional, they both were sitting down, they were intelligent. It wasn't no ghetto trap spot. I mean, this was something that you would see on a regular broadcast channel. It was quality TV. And people are getting behind, one, how much it costs. Oh, she needs to let it out on YouTube. Stop right there. How many times I spend $15 probably 2 or 3 times a day
going back and forth, buying fast food, went to the store, paying for this. I have Netflix, Hulu, YouTube TV. I have all of these other subscriptions. Why can't I give $15 to my sister?
Come on.
I am a patron. I have Patreon. I have you, Wiley. I wish you would raise yours. I have you. I have Tasha K. I have Storm Monroe. I was eating my Club Chat popcorn last night while watching Tasha K.
Yes.
I support us.
I
support us. We will spend all this money supporting other communities, but then we want to bash because she wants $15. Both haircuts, I get my haircut every 2 weeks. It's $25. I'm going to the nail salon today. It's $42. Now that's two different communities that I'm paying into, but y'all want to sit and talk about $15. And then you can cancel it and go down to the 5. So she got the 5 for y'all. Then she got the 15. Y'all so weak and lame and drag me. I don't care, drag me, because I'm about Black people. Because they showed y'all on January 6th how they get together. Even when they dirt wrong, they will get together and unite and make something happen. That's what we need to do. Now, to bring it back under Jaguar, we need to get behind KB Studios and Tasha and support this sister so we can get some quality out here. Because the stuff that we're getting, all this trap and twerk your butt and wop, our little kids, our little girls and boys are watching this. They want to be drug dealers. They want to be strippers. That's what they're feeding to our community. But we get somebody that come out here with some facts. Oh, she this. She lied. She that. She got a home. Look, Wally, check this out. She got a home, stable life. She married. She got kids. She did. She that. Oh, she a bitch. Oh, excuse me. She did. She that. We don't like pureness and truth and wholeness. We don't like being made whole. But okay, back to Jaguar. I didn't believe Jaguar when she came out about Common, because I love Common, but I done read his memoir and everything. I'm from Cincinnati. He has a cousin here that he used to come and visit. Now, ain't nobody said nothing about him. Erykah Badu, Serena Williams, ain't nobody else said nothing about him assaulting them, but he done laid his you-know-what on her head or something. You's a lie. You's a whole lie. You want attention. She done been destroyed so much as a youngster, as a teenager. She needs attention. She's seeking attention. And all of these people, negative people, oh, I'm riding with Jag. She ain't lying. She's telling the truth. She's telling the truth. No, she's not. She lied on her own child. Her own child. And to speak about that young man, he is very intelligent. He's articulate. He stops and he thinks. That's how you know when somebody's intelligent, because they stop and think before they speak. If you watch him, he processed her questions. That's something that a lot of people don't do nowadays, because we're so emotional and we don't think about our responses. We don't think about what the other person is saying to us. You know what I mean, Wiley?
Absolutely.
So we just thinking about getting back or clapping back. He actually took a second and thought about it, and he was positive. He didn't come out and say, yeah, my mama is a lunatic.
No,
she owns drugs.
No, he didn't.
He ain't say none of that. None of it. And he could have, and even the ex-husband, he's fine. But he came out, he was polished, he sat there, and I believe he was telling the truth. I think he was telling the truth.
Yes.
And you have to give the brother the long-suffering award, dealing with her for 7 years, because I couldn't even take it for a half an hour. All that yelling and cussing, and I just can't do it. I don't even watch reality TV because I can't take it. I try to, I'm trying to be high vibrational. And that low cussing and throwing drinks on each other. But I do watch Chasing Atlanta because I want to support Black, and I'm supporting you, Wiley.
Yes.
So I get down in the gutter with them. But my point in conclusion, because I'm going to get off of here like everybody said, we need to support our community.
Come on.
Get behind her. Pay your $5.
Yes.
I went up to 15 because she had some other little juice on there before this. Support us and quit complaining.
Facts.
Your kids got on $200 gym shoes, but you want to complain about this $15.
Well,
you got $20 a weed 3 times a day, but you want to support. You don't want to support this lady. Shut your mouth.
All right. We
and
thank you so
put
much
your
for
money
calling in.
where your mouth is.
Exactly. I'm going to go to the next caller. All right. Thank you, sister.
We're going to keep going through this same
Yes.
cycle of them using us and abusing us until we unite and take control of our dollars.
All right. We
and
thank
on
you,
that
sister,
note,
for calling
everybody
in.
be blessed.
All right. Thank you. Okay. 9012 calling on air.
What's going on, Riley? How you doing?
Yes, speak on it. What's on your mind?
All right, now I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this whole Jaguar situation. Jaguar came off to me as somebody that just talked too much. She never shut up. Like, she just never, like, and people that do that, to me, I just feel like that there's always going to be a lie somewhere. Because you're up here talking about these people like, you know what I mean? It's just the way she was just talking about these people. Just like, I just don't believe things that stuff that she say. And Tasha K had a right to sit up there and interview her the father and that boy, because she brought them and Jaguar brought them into this situation. Where are you bringing them in now? You can talk about all these other people, but you can't take when people talk about you. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't work that way. If you up here trashing all these other people and even your own family, they have a right to come out and say, hey, that's not right. Or say it is right. Whatever you know what I mean? They have the right to speak their truth. So you have to look at both sides. And when I looked at both sides, and I didn't even watch it. I didn't even watch the documentary yet, but I'm going to watch it. I'm going to go ahead and put my $15 in there because I'm definitely going to support. I love supporting our people, period. I love supporting our people. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and watch it. But
90
just after
seconds.
listening to everything, what everybody's saying about it, I definitely believe that Jaguar is a liar. She just lies about a lot of stuff. And all these people that came out and said that is not true. You know what I mean? So that's what I feel. I just feel like, and people need to have a mind of their own. Just because you're a fan of somebody does not mean that they won't lie.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Can you hear me?
You right about that.
They'll lie just to keep you entertained. Oh, I got all these followers. Let me just keep it going, and feeding them all this stuff just so I can, you know what I mean? Just so she can keep that flow going of just her fans. And but that does not mean they will not lie to you. So
absolutely.
I don't know why everybody is not just like looking at both sides. You got to look at both sides. That's like me being a bar. I'm a bar. I'm going to say this right now. I'm a bar. And, when the whole Kenneth Petty stuff came out and all that, I didn't just jump and say, oh, no, they all lied. You know what I mean? What I did was I looked at both sides. I looked at both sides to be like, you know what? Let me see what the other side got to say about this.
10 seconds.
With Black T coming out with everything, and, I came to the conclusion that I don't believe everything that Evan says and all that. So, and I have a right to do that.
Yes.
I have a right to sit there and look at both sides and come to a conclusion. So just like, I understand that, Jaguar has fans and stuff, but half of these people that are talking about the situation didn't even watch the documentary.
Yeah.
They didn't even listen to this boy's side. Y'all just automatically jumping and assuming. And then she's up there and she's putting this out there in the air about her child. Well, what if he really didn't want to ever talk about it? You know what I mean? Like, she has no right to do that. That's like what is it called? Like when you basically talk about somebody's sexuality when you had no business talking about it. Like my sister, she told somebody about my sexuality, and I feel like, why would you do that?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not your place to do that.
Facts. You right. It's up to you to come up to that
decision,
to make that decision to put it out.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you so much, Riley, for letting me get talk to you guys. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. Good morning. Thank you again.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, we're going to go to the next caller. All right. Thank you, everybody. 4771, calling on air. 4771.
Hello?
Good morning. You live on the air.
Hey, now, good morning. How you doing?
All right.
This is my second time calling. I told you I was gonna be in the parking lot at work listening now.
Okay.
But I find it really odd that a lot of these females that are calling in defense of Jaguar, they sound an awful lot like her. The dialect, the accent. I know I'm not tripping. Am I going crazy? Or do they sound like her a little bit?
Oh, that's how you feel.
Because it sounds like I'm hearing her voice, but like I'm here. Maybe they're all from the same state. I don't know. Like maybe all I feel is just call it in, baby. I'm like, golly. But I will say this about the son. Like the last caller, I agree with him. You have no right to out nobody. If he wants to come out as a victim and say he was, that's on him. A lot of young men would have a problem with that. Just like when Raz B came out and he outed the other B2K members and say, we all had to shower together. We all had to touch each other. That wasn't his place. He should have just talked about him being victimized and, and left the other guys out of it. Now, true, he didn't out them until they started saying he was crazy, but it's still a simple fact that they were touched and they denied it. So even if the young man was or molested by whomever in school or whatever, it would have been up to him to bring that story to the forefront, not his mother.
Yes.
And as a mother, I feel like she should have been more protective of her child.
Right. Come on.
You know what I mean?
You
she
right.
should have been. She shouldn't have been saying, "Oh, my son," and she said it so cavalierly, as if it was just part of the floor of the conversation. She had no hesitation in saying, these atrocities happened to my child. Like
Facts.
if somebody touches my child, number one, they'd be dead. Number two, I wouldn't go tell everybody, my daughter got molested. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell?
Right.
Excuse me, is that first word?
No, that's not. It ain't nobody right to put somebody information out. But we thank you so much for calling in. But like I said, if you did not watch the documentary, you can't say nothing negative until you actually watch it. And then you can check out my review and then fact check me by going to patreon.com/Tasha K. And it costs $15 to see that documentary. I don't know if it's still up. I'm getting updates that it's not up because I think she's going to take it down at 10 o'clock. So if you all didn't get to see that, I think part 2 is going to come on tonight. We want to thank everybody for that. What's your, you want to finish up your last point?
I'm definitely going to be tuned in. And I've always supported Tasha K. I've always been a wine sipper, honey. I've been a wine sipper, a tea sipper, and a fellow gossiper. So
all right. We think you have a nice day at work.
I'll be tuned in for part 2 as well.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Bye-bye. All right. We going to the next caller, 6597.
Good morning, Wiley.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
All right.
Okay, so I am a new caller, and I've been like watching you for a little while. So you are very hilarious, very interesting.
Thank you.
I just want to say this. So when they brought up the R word, I know a lot of people are very sensitive with this topic, but I'm just going to say this. Just because someone is R or mental, that doesn't mean that they're incompetent in what they say. So meaning that they could actually, most of them are very articulate. And I'm not saying that this boy is not, because from my understanding, he seems very, very well-spoken. He's very well-spoken and everything. And plus, all I just have to say about that whole situation is that his mom did not need to go and say and out him like that, saying that he is.
Preach.
But without even, asking his permission, because, like, even though that's your son and you bear him and everything, that doesn't give you the right to go to the blogs and tell your son's story. And when it comes to Jaguar Wright and everything, she's very entertaining and she is a really good storyteller. But you could tell, and everybody could tell, that there's something is not 100% in there. Like, meaning there's something with her that she's crying for help. And and people are saying, bashing Tasha, saying that, you know, she's out here doing this and everything. She's making her seem like this type of person. No, Tasha's not the person that is out there like exploiting everything about, you know, about her. She is just like, you know, putting the highlight to it, putting the highlight to like how people think and everything, how certain people think. And so I just want people to, you know, keep in mind that this person needs help. That's all I'm trying to say. She needs help.
All right. We thank you so very much for calling in.
Thank you, Wiley, and
right,
I'll be tuning in, okay?
All right,
I'll be supporting you, brother.
Thank you so much for the love.
Okay.
All right,
Bye-bye.
y'all. I want to get to my last subject, and we talked about that. Kim Kardashian and Kanye announced that they're going to be getting a divorce. I'm hearing that all that information going to be coming out on the last episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. So once we get more information on that, we will do a full video on that. But I want to say thank you to all the producers that called in today, those that were triggered. We triggered a couple of folks today. All right. We want to thank everybody that gave. Okay. I mean, these folks were triggered. I couldn't believe it. They were triggered. They were so triggered. Most of the people that was triggered didn't even pay their $15. It only costs $15 to see the documentary. You ain't gotta be triggered. All right. And if you missed the live, make sure you catch the replay. You have a good live to look at. We got up early in the morning to do this live. We want to say shout out to all the people that's out there. And I'm going to be watching inauguration. Oh my gosh, Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, former president. Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton is on their way to the they're walking in. I'm literally watching the inauguration and doing the show. And also too, I want to be a little, you know, I'm looking at Roland Martin is getting dragged on Twitter by Angela Stanton King. You know, the black woman that's running for president, that was going to run for Congress. I'm sorry. She's literally getting dragged. She's literally trying to drag him on. She literally trying to drag him. Let me read some of these some of these tweets. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Where is it at? Okay. He said this better be made his exile from News One to YouTube and got the nerve to talk about someone being jobless. Get more than 50 viewers before you come for me. She said this, there's always black men that secretly love white men with most to say, because while I was advocating for blacks to be free from prison, Roland Martin was on the golf court getting his ace simulated by the way. Yeah, it's going down on Twitter. So I got something to watch on here. It's going down on Twitter. I'm here for it. But it's going down on Twitter. Okay, we love you. We love everybody. Thank y'all. We did it, y'all. You're gonna be the president of the United States. All right, we'll see y'all later. Thank you, everybody that have gave to the show, and we will be back later. All right, thank you. Now, some of y'all didn't get y'all notification because with the number, it's not letting me like notify everybody. So again, we are posted on Instagram. Some people were notified, some people wasn't. We're trying to get the text list. So I got to see how much that costs, because that costs money to text each and every one of y'all, because the way that I was doing it, due to this Google number, it only let me send a certain amount of text, and we got like over 100 people that want to be notified. So what I try to do, I try to premiere the video. I try to put the video, go live, and share it on my community wall. So I highly suggest people to click that notification bell. Click the notification bell. If you already clicked the notification bell, click it off and click it back on so you can refresh it, okay? Because everybody else, I get notified because I got my notification bell on. If you don't have it on your phone, it won't notify you. So make sure you have the notification bell on your phone. Put the notification bell on your phone and be notified. And if you want to be notified on a computer, make sure you click the notification bell on your computer and so you to be notified. Make sure you click it, subscribe, and do that. And another thing, I'm seeing that President Bush, former President Bush, is walking with his wife. And I see they're all talking. You know, everybody got on their mask. Everybody got their mask on. I don't see anybody without a mask, which is good. So I'm gonna be watching the inauguration, and I'll be back giving my review on there as well. Thank you, and I will see y'all in the next video. Tasha K, release part 2. Release part 2. I want to see part 2.